welcome to No Fugazee podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got four lovely ladies on the podcast tonight. We got Ease back. Hey, let's go. All right, we are back. Dan, you good on muting that part? Bet. Good, we good. We are back. We got another amazing episode. It's Friday, man. Late night show. Friday. We did a show, Dane, we didn't do a show Wednesday, so everyone was asking, like, bro, you going live, man? We had to fix up a few things, man. We're trying to get the audio sounding crispy clean, so it should sound a lot better now, man. So put a 1 in the chat if that audio is crispy. Other than that, we got, I think the episode before that, we had a debate. So the debate we had with those two ladies, that junk was pretty wild, bro. You missed that. You wasn't here for that, bro. Where were you?
Yeah, I was busy, man.
This guy busy, man. Fair enough, fair enough, bro.
Bad. I'm back, though, in the flesh.
Facts. Everyone, you'll see 2 links in the description. The first link is to sign up to be a member. We got the membership. The membership's been growing crazy. So everyone that wants to join and be a member, you get a lot of special perks. We got the first tier. It's called Gang. It's $5. Second tier is called Hitman. It's $10. Third tier is called Mob Ties. You pretty much family. It's $25. Hit me up on Instagram. We locked in. You invited to all the cookouts and everything. Other than that, though, that's the membership, man. From all of the background footage and even other things you'll be up to date on about the merch that's dropping soon. I know we keep talking about it. I told y'all guys it's going to be a month, but like 3 weeks now. But we got the merch that's dropping soon. We got the Mr. Men glasses, the glasses that I always wear. We got those dropping soon as well. So sign up to be a membership. Sign up for the membership, man. You'll get a lot of different perks and stuff. So even when you chat, you'll get like a little star emoji thing by your chat when you're in the live chat. And then there's a lot of perks. So even when you click the link, you'll see what perks you'll get when you sign up for the membership. The second link is the Discord. Sign up for the Discord, man. A lot of people joined recently, so that's growing pretty big. We got Steve and Dan in there that's going to be operating it. I'm going to be in there too, so if y'all want to speak to me personally, hop on in the Discord, man. Other than that, what else we got in the description? Nothing else? Nah, that's about it. Oh, a quick little update. We going to be touring, man. So we hitting up Miami. We hitting up ATL. We hitting up Atlanta. We hitting up Texas. I think we're going to do Houston and Dallas. And that's what we're doing. That's going to be in the summer, man. So stay tuned to that. There's going to be some crazy podcasts, some crazy collabs. I'm not talking about no collabs yet, but we trying to get y'all all the collabs that y'all want. Other than that, let's get into the ladies introducing themselves. Let's start over here with you. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Amy, and I'm 44, and I'm originally from New York, but I live in Allentown now.
Okay, you 44 from New York. You live in Allentown. You got a real soulful voice. She almost sound like Selena. Selena. A little bit, right?
Yeah,
she's like, yeah,
I think
my name is
her anniversary death was just not too long ago, as a matter of fact.
I'll say it again?
The death of her anniversary,
Oh, yeah?
It was not too long ago.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
Right now I work at QVC, a warehouse worker.
Okay.
I do a couple of positions there, and I'm an Uber driver.
Okay, and you drive an Uber. And relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Since May.
Since May. Okay. All right.
I was like, yesterday.
Coming up on a year.
Yeah?
No, wait. You said
Since
this
May.
May.
No, not this May hasn't come.
Yeah, no, last May. Yeah, this May didn't come.
May.
I'm like, wait, it's April right now. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
it's April, so since last
almost
May.
A year.
So it's coming up on a year.
Wow.
Okay. And who broke up with who?
The last straw was me.
You broke up with him?
The last straw, and I walked out, yeah.
Walked out? Was y'all living together? Is it
Yes.
living? Okay, and you was like,
I have my 7-year-old with him.
Okay, you got your 7 years. So y'all was together for a while, it seemed like.
9 years.
9 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 44. Were you ever married?
Yes, I was married.
You was married.
For 13 years.
Oh,
okay.
I have my first 3 children with him.
All right, it's 4 kids then.
I have 4 children.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you broke up with this guy. Oh, we gonna get in that. I'm curious. I want to know. So you broke up with the guy last year in May, and now, well, previously before that, you was married. Who divorced who in that marriage?
I did an uncontested divorce.
Uncontested. What that mean?
I don't want anything.
Oh, you ain't want nothing.
No.
Okay, so you just got up out of there. Did he have anything?
Oh, he
had a little
things.
bit.
I mean, it do things smartly. I don't want to say too much, but we were comfortable.
Okay.
We were very comfortable. Bayside Queens. I was fortunate to be a good stay-at-home wife and raise my kids.
Oh, okay.
I worked from home doing here, and then I did work. Learned a lot from it, traditional stuff.
Yeah.
And it went bad, but it happens.
Okay, and you was just like,
we get
I don't
along
want
now. It took a lot to separate, but
it. Yeah.
we get along now. It's good, and it is what it is.
All right. Cool. Fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact about myself. Very adaptable.
Very adaptable.
Yeah, I can just.
What about the handball thing? That's a fun fact.
Well, that is. I mean, that's a a hobby. I learn I can do anything. I feel.
Wait, what about what?
I will try like
handball.
Yeah, I played handball for 31 years.
Where'd you learn that? Oh, you was in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like handball. She ain't mentioned handball.
Handball is popular in New York.
It's really big. It's getting bigger, and I'm happy about that. And I have a lot of people that love me and support me and know me in that world.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'm curious. Who wore the boxers in your last relationship? You or
who? What? Wore the boxers?
Yeah. Who wore the boxers in your last relationship?
Who wore the pants? Who took shine?
I probably did. I didn't want to, so that was the problem, I think.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured she wore the boxes. I can smell hangs.
No.
I can smell hangs on her, right? Smell hangs.
It wasn't that I did. It's just sometimes I had to really.
Yeah.
I'm okay with if you're 100% or you lost your job or something happens, I'll go out to get 2 jobs. It's cool.
Yeah.
But when certain things were, up to par, then that's when I get a little bit, and then I'm this bad person. I'm in my masculine, or I'm a feminist, or stupid stuff like that.
Okay.
When I'm just upset about certain things and I want something and I deserve it, and I become this monster. But
got it. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Amanda. I am 37 and I am living in the Poconos.
Amanda, 37, living in the Poconos.
You look way younger.
I know.
And Amanda, what do you do for a living?
I am an astrologer, and then I also have a normal job managing inventory.
Okay.
Astrologer and managing inventory. Welcome back. You was here before. Hey guys, chat. We got the astrologer back. Yeah, it's gonna have some fun convos today.
Sure we will.
All right, so let's go relationship status.
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Not that long.
Not that long.
Not.
Were you single the last time you were on?
I was single.
You were single? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like...
I spent a long time single.
Okay, so it's like a couple months. Well, from the last time you came on...
It was like midsummer. And then
Wait, you came on midsummer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then it was midsummer. Then it's like 6 months ago. Or a little bit more than that.
I think it's a little bit
A
more.
little bit more than that. Okay. And you've been single for how long? Like a year or more?
No, not that long.
Like 9 months.
Oh,
I mean, I
so
had
wait.
a divorce.
I know, look, after you came on, so when you came on, I think it was July. Let's just say July.
I dated someone for a short amount of time.
Oh, okay. So when you came on, you were single the first time, and then you dated someone for a short amount of time, and now you're single again. All right, fair enough. I got it. Fun fact about you.
I can channel.
You could channel?
What you mean channel?
Like,
You got a remote? You got
Not like you could channel you could do a Kamehameha with Dragon Ball Z. Goku, he channels
blast.
the spirits.
Right.
The spirit bomb. So you can channel the spirits to create a spirit
Pure
bomb?
energy and
Pure
stuff.
bomb of information.
Okay, gotcha. Explain your channeling.
It feels like using your imagination except you don't control it. You let it come to you, and then you can get a lot more
You
information.
do voodoo?
than you think. No, I don't do voodoo.
That sounds like voodoo.
Of course, it sounds like that to you.
Okay. All right, finish. You could keep explaining. So you said it feels like an imagination. Go to that again. That process.
Yeah, it feels like you're using your imagination. You kind of let things come to you, almost like you're imagining stuff.
Uh-huh.
Except when you actually make like a daydream or something, you're pushing it. You have to let go of pushing and allow it to come to you.
And what benefit does that give you?
Lots of benefits. I mean, I can ask questions that I want the answers to. I can ask about myself. I can ask about other people.
Okay. So you ask questions and it helps you with answers. Does it help you solve any problems?
Oh, it's helped me solve a lot of
Help you solve problems?
personal
Okay.
problems.
Can it help you win the lotto? Because, the Mega Millions is a lot right now. You think it,
Yeah, like how good is your channeling?
right? Because I can use some money.
It's really being good at channeling means being good at putting your personal attachments and bias aside. That's the hookup.
Yeah.
Because your brain wants to chime in and it wants to hear what it wants to hear, and you have to learn to push that back. And then you also have self-limiting beliefs. Like in theory, do I think that you could channel the lottery numbers? Yes.
You think so?
But deep down, you would think, that's too good to be true. I can't
So-
do that. So you stop yourself from
So
being
question
able.
for you. You could channel. Why can't you channel a man that you want?
Knew that was-
Channeling and manifesting are not the same thing.
It's not.
You just said that you could channel to win the lottery. You can't channel the man you want?
In theory, I did say about self-limiting beliefs, and
So you have a self-limiting
channeling,
belief?
drawing something towards you is different than pulling in information. Knowing and attracting are two different
okay,
things,
okay, I see
even
what
though
you're
they are linked.
Fair enough. Fun fact.
That was my fun
Oh,
fact.
god dang. I thought you had something funner. Moving right along. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Jenna. I'm 32, and I'm from like Wilkes-Barre area, new to Lansdale right now.
Okay. Jenna, you see your mic? Let's.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was closer before.
Yep. You good, Jenna?
Okay. Do you need me to?
You need it
repeat
down a
that?
little bit? Steve got you. He'll adjust it a little bit. Matter of fact, Steve, why don't you twist that little one? You could do that one too. Let's start that all over, Jenna. Age and where you from?
I'm staying in Lansdale right now, but I'm originally from Wilkes-Barre area.
Wilkes-Barre. You
It's
seem
actually
like
a
you
town
from
called
Wilkes-Barre.
Plymouth. Do I?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Girls from Wilkes-Barre, they just seem like they've been through a lot, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
I'll take that with a grain of salt.
I'm just messing with you.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
No,
Hence why I'm in like Lansdale area now. Better area.
true.
Let's ghetto.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Wilkes-Barre's
Put it
not-
nicely.
Let's. What do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm working for myself. I was working for Adidas. That got they fired me, to put it simply.
Yeah.
And jokes on them. I had enough money to just be like working for myself now.
You ever seen Martin? Remember Martin
yeah,
the show?
like Gina and Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Remember Tommy?
Wow.
Yeah.
And they be like, Tommy, you ain't got no Tommy, you ain't got no dang job, Tommy. Jenna, you ain't got no dang job.
I hear it all the time, but
Shut up. We might just call you Tommy the entire show.
We
Alright,
just messing with you. We messing with you. And ladies, y'all could joke back. Please joke back.
Be careful what you wish for.
Wait, how old did you say you were?
32,
32. Okay. Relationship status.
single.
Single. Okay.
Said that quick.
Yeah, she said with
Confidence.
confidence.
How long you been single, Jana?
Easily over a year now.
Okay.
And the last relationship was only like 3 months, so I'd even consider it a little bit longer.
Okay. All right. So the last relationship was how long ago? You said,
About a year and a half ago, and
Year
it
and
was
a
only
half ago.
about 3 months.
and that was only 3 months long.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't like a
Yeah,
relationship.
like
he was
nothing
just
serious.
he was just clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, clap on, clap off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Clap on, clap off. Fun fact about yourself.
I really love being an auntie, and it's making me think like, I'm okay with not being a mom. I didn't think that I'd be okay with that, but being an auntie changed my world.
Okay, so
That's not really that fun of a fact, but
You
I do
love-
aerial arts. That's kind of fun.
aerial arts, okay. And you said you love being an auntie, and you said it kind of changed your mind about being a mom, meaning that you want to be a mom or you don't want to be a mom.
Well, I'm 32, and like I said, I've been single for a minute, so I'm like, all right, like is
Is it gonna
motherhood really?
happen?
Yeah, like realistically,
See your
body
mic,
wise.
just come into it a little bit if you
Yeah. Wait, what?
come into your whenever you speak, you like run away from the mic, just come
This
into it.
couch
Like,
is so comfy. I'm like making myself at home.
now you're
So
good.
then when you lean back, just bring the mic back with you. Then.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you mean yep.
Like this close is good.
That's perfect.
That's good.
Yep. Okay, so you said that you want to be it. So from you being an auntie, that makes you want to be a mom now.
Yeah, kind of.
Got it. So
It's like a 50-50. Like I'm okay with not being a mom, but at the same time, like I keep telling my sister, like like you have like this like love, like
yeah.
know. It's
So
a different level.
previously, before you became an auntie, you didn't have any desires of being a mom.
No, like I said, I was like,
Okay. So then you seeing that baby, you got baby fever. You seeing that, it's like, you know what? I think I want a kid.
yeah, somewhat.
Okay. Cool. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Asata Kamara. They call me Masamuso.
Masa Muso. Welcome back.
The queen.
Welcome back. And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm a student, and I'm trying to own my own business.
Okay, you're a student. You trying to own your own business.
Yes.
That's good. What business you trying to get into? Any ideas?
Yes, like African clothes,
Okay.
outfit for Africa,
Yeah.
just to produce my culture.
Mm-hmm. So you trying to bring your culture out here. Everybody else doing it. You like people. They got people rocking Spanish clothes. People rock, what kind of Spanish clothes people rock? They wear the little what they.
I don't know if they got their own clothes, bro.
I think they do. Remember them tights that they be wearing? They got the little designs on it.
Oh Lord, I'm
And Spanish girls
but
got
I
the
have
chagletas.
No idea.
Them chagletas you get from the 99 cent store. They got the little designs on it.
Yeah,
All different colors.
I
Yeah.
know that should be in.
Yeah.
I think you will be the first person to wear my.
You want me to be the first one to wear yourself?
Yeah.
I want to wear some too. Damn.
We could.
Problem, of course.
Yeah, we want to get the stuff from the motherland, so we'll throw it on.
Yeah, maybe look like a king.
Yes. Understand.
Okay.
You sound like the Malware's dashiki.
The dashikis?
Yeah, no.
What's the dashiki again? Dashiki's a joint on the head, right? No, what's the dashiki?
It's a style of African clothing. It's just a style.
I learned it from Nicki Minaj, so.
Yeah, the dashikis. I thought that. I don't know.
I would have to look it up to be 100% sure.
I forgot. Anyways, relationship status. Single. How long you been single for?
Like few months.
Few months. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, you was single the last time you came too. You was just here like 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fun fact about yourself.
I like too much fun, and I like to laugh all the time. When I don't take nothing serious.
Yeah.
If I see you doing something, like if I see you are mad, then I would take it to be joke.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be mad.
Oh, so you think everything's a joke?
Yes.
Got you.
Like
Okay.
if you are mad on me, then I take it to be joke. Because I don't like problem.
Oh.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's
Steve, remember, send me the questions from the last super chat. Text it to me real quick. It was just the one. Text it to me real quick. We're going to get to a super chat that someone sent in before, but we missed it the last episode. So that's going to be the first question on the panel today. Everyone that's tuned in right now, we're currently live on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to go ahead and close out the Facebook stream shortly, but we are going to stay live and active on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, hey, donate and support the podcast, man. You could send in however much money you want, and we will go ahead and read your comment. Or if you have a question, we will go ahead and read your question to the panel and get the girl's opinion. You sent it to me? Bet. All right, so first question on the panel. Let's start with you, Jenna, right? So would you rather be cheated on and never know, or cheat and they never find out?
Cheated on and never know.
And why? So cheated on
Ignorance is
and never
bliss.
know. Got it. And okay, so ignorance is bliss. Fair enough.
And I wouldn't want that guilt.
Quick and concise. Good. What about you, Amanda?
I think I would rather
Tick tock.
Damn.
Tick.
Repeat that question again?
That's a tough
I'ma
one.
repeat
Put
it
me on
again.
hold for a minute. Let me think about it.
I'll say it again. So would you rather be cheated on and never find out, or cheat and actually, would you rather be cheated on and never know, so they cheat on you but you never know about it, or cheat, like you're gonna be the one that's cheating and they never find out?
I guess them cheat and me never find out.
Okay. And why?
Because I would rather them have to get trapped in their own inauthenticity and have to deal with that than me.
Okay. Meaning that you don't want to deal with the guilt, kind of like what she said then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fair enough. And what about you?
I would definitely rather him cheat and I not know about it, because I've been on the other end and I've been very remorseful. I've dealt with my consequences and things like this. It's just a big old mess. So I'd rather just not know, and no headaches, no fights, no arguments. I'd rather not know.
Okay. And what about you?
You should cheat, but I just should not know about it.
All right. It's unanimous, chat. Niggas, cheat on. Keep cheating. Just make sure they don't find out.
Yeah.
It is what it is. No, I'm joking, bro.
What she
Don't do
don't-
that.
what she don't know won't hurt her.
It always comes to the light. Things always come to the light, and before you know it, it will bite you.
Yeah,
But
chat.
It's,
I was joking. But what is unanimous is it's the first time on this panel where no girl wants to be a hoe. I thought they was gonna choose the other one. I was gonna be like, dang, so you just wanna be a thought? You wanna be a 304?
Well, we do have.
So yeah.
These women are all a little bit more older and mature, so I guess that's what happens when you're all grown up.
Yeah, these women are all everyone is besides you, how old are you?
2-8.
28. Yeah.
Alright.
So she's the youngest one. The youngest girl on the panel is
Everybody's like 30.
28, and then everyone else is 30
And up.
and 40s. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess this is
We got-
what you get.
We got a mature panel, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, chat. What you see? Yeah, man. I was just joking. But anyways, let's move it right along. Ladies, any questions? You got anything? I thought someone was writing down questions. Was it you? You wrote down a question, right? You want to go first?
Sure.
Sure, go ahead.
So I put, what is your definition of celibacy? Wait, how did I word it though? Because I put two in it. What is your definition of celibacy, and are you for it? If not, how long do you wait to get intimate with a partner, or are you for like the wait for marriage moral?
All right.
That was like a long one. I thought it was going to be a few questions we had.
What was the second part of the question again?
You could keep it out because we're gonna go around the panel. So let's start with you. What was the first part of the question?
How do you define celibacy?
Okay.
Because I get asked that question a lot. Like, how do I define it?
Okay, hold on, let me help you out with your mic. I got you.
Yeah, I moved it too much. It's warmer in here than I thought. Thank you.
No, you're fine. All right, yeah. That's
Good.
Yep, perfect.
And you said repeat it?
Yeah, go ahead and
I
repeat
said-
the first part.
What's your definition of celibacy?
All right, go.
I get
What's-
asked that a lot.
I believe it's where you save yourself a marriage, or you just choose not to be
All right,
intimate.
actually,
with
let's skip
anyone.
that first question. I'll just give a definition of celibacy. Celibacy just means that you're not having sex.
yeah.
So instead of
I get asked
saying,
that to define it.
yeah, instead of saying, what's the definition of, so you're not having sex, let's go with the first part of your question. Let's say, how long do you not need to have sex for it to be considered celibacy? That's a good one. Because girls be like, oh, I'm celibate. Someone just hit it last week. You're not celibate. Stupid. So let's go with the time frame. How long do you think a woman or a man should wait for it to actually be considered celibacy?
I don't know, honestly, because everybody's like different. There
Yeah,
could
but
be
in your- you could give your
different
own put-
situations, and you might feel closer to someone, or you bonded faster with someone than and you're
Yeah,
not saving
I
yourself.
help
for
you
what
out a little bit. So I'm saying this. Let's say if someone wants to claim celibacy, they want to say that I'm celibate, I'm not having sex. In order for them to claim that, right? How long should they not be having sex for? A month, 3 months, a year? What's that time frame that you think that it's like, okay, you're actually celibate because you haven't had sex
I
in
feel
6
like if
months?
you're able to if you're able to pass that 1 year threshold, I think you're doing a good
Oh,
job.
1 year, okay. All
That's-
right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so
I've-
one
I
year.
say about a year.
Let's go around
then
the
I'm
pound
gonna
with
believe
this.
you. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's
That's-
waiting or he's waiting. Like,
Cool. What about you?
First thing that came to mind was a year before she even said anything.
Okay. You could go last. What about you?
Me too. Like a year.
Oh, yeah, all want to choose the same answer.
Even 2 years good.
2 years is good. 2 years is good.
I
Okay.
say-
What about you?
Well, not I mean a year, but I think closer to 2 years though, because you need like your body to recharge itself, recleanse itself. Is something I've learned.
Chat, if y'all learn anything from watching this podcast, normally, not always, but normally, when one girl answer a question, the other girls just say got the same answer. God dang. It's okay. That's your nature. That's
But to
kinda
say
what y'all
you're
do.
celibate, I think that you should at least have like 2 years no sex.
Got you. Now, what was the second part of your question?
Oh, how long? Like if you're not for celibacy, like how long like do you wait with a partner to get intimate?
Okay, so how long do you wait to have sex?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good question. Starting with you.
How long? What?
How long do you wait to give up that cookie? The cocaine. How long you wait to give it up, ma?
Like I said, I'll give it up whenever I feel you are deserving of it. I don't feel there is, like, for me, that is like, I don't have a time. I don't like to even look at time. If I'm having a good time, I'm out. I don't really like to pay attention to time. I just want to enjoy the moment. So
Yeah.
like for me, if I've been dating him, we have a bond and things like that, and if I choose to do that, I will do what I do.
Like, I respect it. You
But
40.
I said, I know what I want, and I just
Yeah, you go for it. I respect it. I mean, you 44 years old, like Kevin Sim, you say, girl, that pussy for clearance. That thing for Salvation Army, girl. That's
no.
Niggas shouldn't be waiting all that long. Okay, let's go with you, Amanda. How long you waiting to give up the box?
Like just in general.
Yeah, just in general. Like, I know girls go off of feelings and vibes, but like, say if you had to give a general answer, like you could have maybe had a one night stand before, you could have maybe let someone wait a year, but kind of give like your general stance.
I would say probably from actually getting to know somebody, if I'm actually spending time getting to know them.
Yeah.
Probably can't hold out much more than a month.
Okay, not more than a month. That's the limit.
I mean, that's not the limit because if I'm not that interested in somebody.
Well, let's
if I don't
assume that
feel
you
like,
are interested.
If
the
I
longest,
am interested, it's like
the limit is
somewhere
a
around
month.
that time.
Got it. And you could answer your question.
See,
now.
it's interesting because I'm 32 now, and like in my 20s, I would make a guy like get to know me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
bore him, like get a few eye rolls. But now at like in my 30s, like the last guy, he made me wait, and it was like interesting. I'm like, okay, like, are you sure?
Kudos
and
to
then like I'm
him.
questioning all my dude friends, like, is there something wrong with me? Like,
That means you
So,
probably, because you from
now I wouldn't-
Wilkes-Barre. He was like, you got them red flags, shorty
Yeah.
from the bar. Now I'm playing with you. So, yeah, give an answer. Like, what's your time frame?
now now if I'm vibing on the first date, I wouldn't wait.
Okay, so
Because
she
like to me, that's like if I don't have chemistry with you that way, like, don't waste my time.
okay. Hey, chat. Slide in the
shit.
DMs. Reserve up. See what you can get.
No Fugazi.
Hey, man. Don't be lacking. She over here giving it out. Nah, I'm messing. Okay, fair enough. What about you?
I like to make you work for it first.
Work for it.
Yes.
He got to go through slavery for that thing.
You gotta walk to the moon and back.
He got to get whooped.
She did not
Boy,
wait.
I ain't.
Yes.
Fair enough. So give a time frame.
Like
A month, 2 months.
Good, and this is assuming. Let's
No.
all assume.
Sometimes I would make you like you would spend like 6 months, 1 year.
So
Before I give it-
celibacy.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You're
So she ain't.
celibate.
Okay.
Volume is too low. Oh, I got you. No worries. Don't even worry about that. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so ladies, I have a question for you guys.
The volume, bro.
Oh shit, that's right.
2 seconds.
I got a question.
E's talking to Mike.
So I got a question for you guys, ladies. How's the volume now? But I know I really do have a question though.
I turned it up. It should be good. Let me know if that's good.
All right. So Steve, how my sound? Is it good?
I already thought it was kind of fun, but
All right, so ladies, so my question is for you ladies. What's the longest you've made a guy wait, and what's the shortest time you made a guy wait? We could start with you, Jenna.
Easily longest I've waited was 6 months. Shortest was first date.
Fair enough. What about you?
Longest was around a year, and the shortest was
Damn.
one night.
Fair enough. What about you?
Mine was, I think, 3 months, 4 months. 4 months.
4 months
The
longest.
longest you made him
months
wait,
was the longest, yeah.
and
And
what's
the
the shortest you made a guy
shortest.
wait?
The short, well, yeah.
5 minutes.
No,
Uno, dos,
no,
cuatro,
no,
cinco.
no. A night.
Tres,
It's night.
cuatro, cinco.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
tres.
it's tres. Oh, so it's what?
Yeah. Uno, dos, tres,
It's cinco.
cuatro, cinco.
Cinco.
Damn.
5 minutes.
But
Cinco.
no, so like, so
No,
the
a
shortest
night.
you made a guy wait was the one night.
I had, yeah.
Okay.
We went out.
And you, Miss
What about
Queen?
you?
A year ago.
No, what's the longest you made a guy wait to have sex with, and what's the shortest time you made a guy wait
Yeah.
to have sex with you?
The longest time, like 1 year,
And the
1 year.
shortest?
Shortest.
6 months.
Okay.
6 months. Fair enough. All right,
right.
everyone on Facebook, conversation's about to get a little bit more spicier, man. We about to get into some conversations that may trigger some people. Who knows? But we're closing down a Facebook stream. Come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube. Just type in No Fugazi Podcast on YouTube or type in David Cooley. You know, it'll come right up for you. So let me go ahead and close this out real quick. All right. Okay, so we got some super chats. We got a super chat that came. Let me read this. So we got Lord Geotron sends him $5. Just some support. I'm proud of you. So I need to see higher quality women. You can do it. Cooley, I support you. That makes you major. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, Geotron.
Yeah, man, we don't discriminate. Any girls that want to come on,
Facts.
no, whether if shape, sizes, mindset, ideologies, race, whoever want to come on, they welcome to. So yeah, man, it's kind of like gotta take what we dishing out. We are working on something special though, so we got some surprises for y'all. Not gonna shout it out now because I don't want other podcasts stealing our idea, but it's gonna be very unique, and people are definitely gonna try to steal the idea. So I'm just gonna let it happen.
What was the word you used? Higher quality women you need?
That's what he said. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if they talking about y'all. Maybe you could take it personal. Maybe not. Maybe he just speaking in general.
I know he said he was a fan of yours. He's gassing you up. I respect it.
Well, I wouldn't call it gas. I wouldn't even call him a fan. He's a true supporter. He's a member. And you'll learn that as the conversations go on. People truly support. We got miniature game sends in $2. Miss 3044 looks better than some young girls. Okay, talking about you.
Oh, thank you,
3-0.
love.
4.
That's how they nicely say.
3044.
I don't
Wait.
know what it is, but if she's
Miss
saying I'm pretty,
3044 looks okay. He got to be talking about her. She's 44 years old. Okay, and I guess he's talking about.
Make it clear, dude.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
well, thank you very much, especially given the comment that we've got low quality
Yeah,
women.
right.
Thank you, love.
All right.
Doing it for the moves.
Anyone else has any questions? No questions.
I got a question.
Sure. What you got?
Word.
How do you define insecurity?
How do I define insecurity?
Like,
I guess a
what
good question
is
to me.
insecurity?
Yeah, insecurity is, I mean, the definition of it is a lack of confidence. Yeah.
So that's it. That's what you believe in.
Yeah, that's what I mean, I could Google it right now.
Well,
Chat
no,
can
I don't
always.
want Google. I want because I've heard you say on your previous podcast that men cannot feel insecure.
Yeah, so it is truly, I said it perfectly right. So insecure means it's uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence. So that's the actual definition. So lack of confidence.
And
Or
so you-
uncertain. Just uncertain.
Yeah, uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. So you're uncertain about yourself. You have a lack of confidence. But go
So
ahead.
you think that men can never feel that?
No, I think men feel insecure all the time. But if you're speaking about, you said that you've seen some clips, then those clips are speaking about a man being insecure to a woman's finances.
Oh, not in general.
Not in general.
Insecurity.
All human beings at some point in our lives, everyone was insecure or probably still insecure in certain aspects because you're not maybe that confident about it. Yeah. Any other questions? That was it?
Not at the moment.
Okay. What do you agree with that part of that a man can't feel insecure by a woman's finances?
No.
Okay. Why not?
I think anything that makes us feel insecure to begin with, it's when we see our unrealized potential in others. So even though men and women are not apples to apples and on the same level and it's different energies,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how if a man who wants to make more money but has fears and doubts kind of holding him back, when he sees it in anyone around him, I would assume it kind of reflects back on his own untapped potential. And I don't know why, whether it's a man or a woman, would stop that.
Yeah.
Because you're not comparing a whole woman to a whole man. If we're talking specifically about finances,
Yep.
like, damn, if she can do it, why can't I?
Yeah. So in a man's mind, so it's like this, right? When it comes to a man and a man can feel insecure about another man is because men are in competition with other men. When it comes to a man and a woman, men aren't in competition with other women. So I hear an echo. Is it the headphones? Just turn the volume down on the computer. But it's good on here? Yeah. Okay, got you. Kind of threw me off. When it comes to a man and a woman, a man is not in competition with a woman. So it's different. So he wouldn't feel insecure in regards to her accomplishments. Also, when it comes to the dynamics in a relationship between a man and a woman, the man is looking for different things in his woman. The woman is looking for different things in a man. The man is looking for femininity, submissiveness, follow my lead, be a cheerleader, root for me. Those are the things that the man is looking for. The woman is looking for lead me, be a man, be masculine, protect me, provide for me, make me feel secure, right? Mm-hmm. So since the man is looking for different things and a woman is looking for different things in a man, attraction isn't symmetrical. That means that it's asymmetrical, right? So the insecurity factor wouldn't happen. It wouldn't take place because a woman is not in competition with a man. A man is not in competition with a woman. Does that make sense?
It does, and I agree with you in the sense of the context of relationships, right?
Yeah.
For a relationship with a woman, men are only competing with other men and their place and their capability of securing the woman that I want versus like the man next to them. So in that sense, I do agree that men can only compete with men, but
when it comes in a workforce, that's different. Like, say if me and you are in a job, we working, and you happen to get a raise and I don't, I'm gonna be like, God dang, what is Amanda doing? Let me get my stuff together. Let me work a little bit harder. Or I could feel like, all right, I gotta, get things together. Insecurity could come there because that's in a work environment. So this is in relationships I'm talking about.
So I can agree with that, but then there's also a sense of, sometimes we're in competition with ourselves. and challenging ourselves to be better. So that's like, it kind of, like, it never makes a man think, like, if he's been really unsuccessful in his career, like, what is she doing that I'm not? What?
Not in a relationship. So I think the reason why most women think that a man is insecure by them going out there and chasing a bag is because women like to project. So they project how they view the man. How you view the man, you know that you're getting the bag and he's lacking. So you already view him as less. So since you view him as less, you project and you think that he views himself as less. So subconsciously you're projecting on a man, but in reality, that's not how it works. The only reason why you're looking at him as less, and you then tend to treat him as less too, because how you see someone, you then tend to treat them away too. So then it's like, oh, he's insecure, because not only that, right? Say you're looking at him less and you're treating him less, then you get different reactions from him. You like, oh, maybe he's like giving you an attitude because you're treating him less. He's like, dang, girl, like, why, calm down. You so annoying. Like, why you always on me? So then you look at it, you're looking at that man like, ew, bro, you so insecure. Like, get your stuff together. He's not insecure. He's just not a motivated man like you really want. That means that you just got to look for another masculine man.
I notice you say women tend to project, not people.
Human beings project as well, but in this specific
You're talking about the
topic that we're talking about, the woman thinks, I said women tend to think that men never say that women are insecure on us. We never call, girl, you insecure. No guy ever says that. That's not even in our vocabulary. So the fact that women say it is because they're projecting their view of a weak man. You're projecting your view. You see him as less, so you think that he sees himself as less, but in reality, he doesn't see himself as less. That nigga just chilling while you paying the bills.
Yeah.
So you're telling me
he eating up the kids' snacks. He chilling. You taking the L in that situation.
He's content.
men never think that women are being insecure? Like triggered by them?
Yeah, I
Wait,
No.
ask that
I've
again.
heard like you're just being insecure. Like
yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that before.
Didn't you just
Know
say
that
what men never
No.
say that?
No.
Or did I misunderstand?
you did.
No. What I'm saying is a man would say that if the woman is like, oh, where you going? What you doing? Stop being insecure. I'm going to hang out with the homies. You know what I'm saying? It's in that regard. We got to talk about certain specific topics and stick on. Don't move the goalposts and talk about another topic because it may change. But if we're talking about finances, a man is incapable of feeling, and even from a biological standpoint, men have natural authority over a woman from a biological standpoint because we are physically superior than a woman. So and we're in a relationship with you, naturally we are there to protect and provide for you. So what is finances anyway? If you peel back the layer to finances, a woman out there making the bag, that equals to protection and providing if you truly peel back the layer. But men already know we don't give a freak how much you're making. If a situation happens, I still got to be the one to go downstairs and check the door. Mm-hmm. I still got to be the one to check that nigga that slapped your butt. I still got to be the one that make sure things is right, make sure things are secure from a physical standpoint. Mm-hmm. So from a biological standpoint, men naturally have authority over a woman. So this is why we're incapable of feeling insecure in a relationship.
It sounds like you're saying masculine men, though, are incapable of feeling insecure.
Even
because there's a lot of the swapping of masculine and feminine energy and roles and what's outplaying. So what about a man who's very feminine and actually, like, men can't be afraid of, I can't provide for her, I can't provide for myself, I'm almost moving towards this woman because I have this like feminine expectation of her caring for me, and then that kind of creates inner turmoil? Like, it can't create insecurity in that way when a man is not like fully in his masculine?
Yeah, I'm not. I get what you're saying. A man not fully being masculine, you're trying to convert the lack of masculinity in a man would be a lack of his confidence. So therefore, he would feel insecure by a woman that's making money and getting a bag. That doesn't correlate either. I could speak about it personally because a man doesn't become a man is just not a man. The man title is earned, right?
Yeah.
So women your title being a woman, like you're born with your value. To be a man, we're not born with our value. We have to earn our value. So I was young before and I wasn't as masculine. I didn't have the mindset that I have now. And that doesn't, and truthfully, I can speak about a personal situation. I was dating a chick. She had a BMW, used to give me bread. I've never felt insecure about that, about myself at all, or lack of confidence. I used to drive a BMW. I was in high school, drive a BMW around. She used to pay me allowance. I was one of them little pimps. I didn't have the mindset to even be, and I was like 18, 19 years old. I didn't have a mindset to be working like that yet. I just wanted to play basketball and hoop. And she was a little white Joe and I was, you know what I mean? You can use my car. I'll give you some bread. It was some little stuff like that. But I never felt insecure. So even for my own situation, I'm looking at it, I still didn't look at her like, ugh, how are you doing this and getting that and I'm not? Like, it's just not in us to look at a woman like that.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie to you. If I had a girl
I
right
don't know
now,
if an 18-year-old would think like that.
yeah, I mean, because even for me, like if I had a girl that had a lot of money, drove a nice car, and she wanted to give me money, I'm taking that shit. I'm taking it. I'm like, well,
What do you mean? Though? Could you elaborate? What do you mean a woman's born with value and man has to earn it? Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, and I mean, from human beings are all born with innate value from God. You know, we have humanly value, but I'm speaking about from a dating relation, from a dating aspect, and a sexual aspect. Women are born with sexual value, meaning that once you hit puberty and you're 18, most men are attracted to most women. So you'll have options. Even if you look hideous, you'll have options, right? But a man, even if he looks attractive, he looks attractive, right? But we all know that ain't enough. We all know that women disqualify men just by saying the wrong thing. So if he's not charismatic and know how to speak and convey himself around a woman, he's useless.
If he can't
he's just,
dress,
he's just a pretty nigga with no Mac and he ain't gonna get nothing.
You say man could gain value as we like lose.
So a man earns his value by being competent, by accomplishing things.
By being man.
Yeah, and
well, you women just gotta exist and
you just exist
and just look good, really.
Yeah, like
the fact
think
that you
about
just
it.
have boobs and a vagina, that's it. You know what I mean? You guys don't have to work for men's attention. You just automatically get it because.
And it all goes by what the opposite sex is attracted to. All of you ladies want a tall man, a strong man, a competent man, a man that's motivated and able to provide a future for you. We don't look for those things for you. So that means that you're born with your value. We want a submissive, like less is more for a man. The less you do, the better you are. The less dicks you got, the higher your value is. The less places you've been, the higher your value is. Because you've been to less places, you took less trips. Well, now if I'm with you, guess what? You ain't never been to Cancun? Well, you're going to be wild when I take you to Cancun. But if you've been to Cancun already and I take you, it's like you over here sitting with a regular face. Make me want to take another chick now. That's going to be like, oh my gosh, thank you. So men, we kind of want to come into a woman's life and have that like the hero effect on a woman. That's what, like one of the things we look for is a woman to be our cheerleader. Yeah.
Okay.
What you got?
Like women and men, like you're dating with so many girls, but you desire to choose one girl among all that girl just to be with her for future. Why you men do that?
Say that again.
Yeah, ask the question again.
Like you have so many girlfriends,
Okay.
but you just you choose one among all that girl, but the one where everybody think you like her, you don't choose her. Why men are did?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that men would see a woman like a beautiful girl.
No, like you have so many girls, you dating with so many girls.
Oh, and then we choose one.
Yes.
Out of all of those other ones.
Yes.
So why would a man select what? So pretty much your question is, what does a man look for from a woman for him to disqualify other girls and just choose that one?
Yes.
That's a good question. Want to go first?
Good question.
Yeah, it all depends on what that guy's looking for. Like for example, for me, if a girl is doing things for me that past girls haven't done, then she's automatically getting chosen. So if the girl that I chose didn't waste my time,
Steve.
If she didn't like for example, if she doesn't always let me pick up the bill, like she picks up the bill from time to time, or she cooks for me, or makes me a birthday cake, or makes me soup when I'm sick, or sometimes picks me up. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that she has to, but like if she goes out of her way to make me feel special, you know what I mean, then that's what's gonna make me choose her, because most women are selfish and self-centered. They want, it's all about me, 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 me. Do this for me, buy this for me, get me this, do this for me, and they forget that, you know, us men, we wanna be catered to. We want to feel special too. Like if it's always me giving, and I'm not getting anything in return, but that one girl is giving back in what I'm giving her, then she's getting picked, because she's not selfish. It's not all about her. She knows that, you know, when it comes to a relationship, you know, both parties want something out of it. You know what I'm saying? And she's giving back.
Yeah.
So you gotta say, most girls, they just want to take and don't give. They expect so much and give so little. You know what I mean? But when you find that one girl that gives back the energy that you give her, she's getting chosen over the others, and it's gonna be an easy choice.
Yeah, I would say, to make it quick and concise, I would choose a woman and disqualify other women based off the woman that can add value to my life outside of sex. So if I got many options, well, the one I'm going to choose is the one that is an asset and not a liability.
That you can learn from too.
Yeah. So I'll choose that woman that can add value and bring me peace to my life outside of sex. Because once you get to a certain level as a man, I mean, poom becomes easy. Like vagina is I still got to put in work, but getting so much vagina is like, all right, well, what chick can truly add value to my life? Well, that's the chick I'm going to commit to and, you know, move in with and, you know, do stuff like that. But yeah, good question. Anybody else got anything?
Yes, I have question.
Oh, you got something else? Go ahead.
Yes. Like all the time you like to go out in a club and you
Bottles. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
okay. Like you like going out every night.
Yeah.
But the girl you met in the club every blessing night, she in the club, hanging around with the old guys or sleeping with them. They spending money on her, like naked, dancing, all this stuff. No men want to choose her. Why men are doing that?
No men want to choose that woman?
Yes, to be with her like for life.
Yeah.
So you said, why don't men want to choose that kind of girl that's always in the club?
Because she used up. She broken. That's a broken woman. So a man, one of the things a man looks for is purity. We try to source purity. Just like women, it's like automatically, like you source security. Like you see in the man and you look for inefficiencies, you know, in him and inadequacies in him. Like, oh, he's not doing this, or oh, he can't maintain that job. You're looking for things to disqualify that man. And usually it's for he's lacking in providing you security. Women look for a man with the future. Men look for a woman that doesn't have a past.
Ooh,
so we look for purity. What are you currently doing that's hoish or whorish? And what did you do in your past that's hoish and whorish? If you're doing a lot of things, well, niggas will still clap cheeks, but they're not going to get that commitment. Yeah. Let me hit the super chats. We got some that's coming in. We got Holiday Tone sends in $2. He says, it's not a different vibe, it's different plant. Fair enough. We got Lord Geotron sends in $2. He says, Cooley, shine on these lovely ladies. We got RP Monster sends in $5. He says, official ratings from Cooley's left. Okay. You over here. We have, he says, Chubby Mary Jane, 4. So he called you Mary Jane, Chubby Mary Jane, you're 4. Then he has Prince Akeem, 2. So Prince Akeem, he gave you a 2. That's from
Coming to America.
This guy's stupid.
Funny.
Yo, chat.
That's funny.
Yo, y'all crazy, bro. We got you over here. Expired eggs, you're 1.
I'm glad they're expired. I don't need any more.
He got and then you the last Wayne's World, a 3.
Oh my God.
So none of us are over a 5. What is he?
No, I actually have a picture of my Instagram when I had blonde hair making the same face, and I
Wayne's
put
World?
it side by side.
I'm loving the chubby too. I got my
Trying to,
weight
like,
up. That feels
mimic
good
him.
to hear.
So that's funny that he said that. Yeah, I
That
got a
is very
picture
funny.
like spot on from that from my
Now the
Instagram.
picture Prince Akeem is sending me right now, bro.
Wayne's World. They all RP Monster, appreciate the support, bro.
That's
You
funny.
And ladies, the chat get on us too, so don't take it personal.
No,
We got a big baller. AZ sends in $20. Hey, welcome back, AZ. Ain't see you in here in a minute. He says, would you rather date? Okay, here's a question. Let's start with you. No, I'll start with you. Yeah. So, would you rather date a married man who maintains, takes care of, provides, and claps the cheeks well? Or would you rather date a financially inadequate man who is single, who also claps the cheeks equal as well? Who you choosing?
Wait.
Okay. So one of them is married.
One is married and one is not.
They're doing the same thing. So one of them is married and one of them is single.
But one has money
But I
and
would
one
never-
doesn't have money.
Yeah. So the married man has money. He claps cheeks well. The single man don't have money. He claps cheeks well. Which one you choosing?
But the
I
married
would
man, but
choose-
he's providing
No,
you.
no.
He gonna
I'm not
do all
gonna
of that
a
stuff
married
for you.
person.
Takes
I would
care
never
of-
do a married
There
person.
goes the answer right there.
And I would go with the single because I know how to grow things.
Okay.
I know how to make things grow.
You know how to
I
make
know how to
things.
work together. I know how
She
to
got a green
communicate. I
thumb,
know
she's
how
saying.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, question. You know how to make things grow. Why you said in
that was
the
coming.
beginning of the podcast, right?
I already know it's coming.
No,
You said that you was dating a man, and the reasons why you broke up with him is because
dating or married?
this was when you was dating. Because remember, you said I said, did you wear the boxers in your relationship?
Oh, my last relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said that you wore the boxers in your last
Sometimes,
relationship.
yeah.
So that means that you was the one that was leading that relationship. You was kind of like the breadwinner, would you say, right?
Off and on, yes.
Off and on. So you just said that you'll take the single man because you could pretty much build him, but you already tried to build a nigga in the past and it didn't work.
And I know when to walk away now.
She's like, yeah, I'll try, but I'm gonna just dip off. Okay.
Like at my age now, I really just learned the hard way with that one that it's just better to walk away, leave it in God's hands, and count the blessings. I got my child, good father. That's it.
What about in your the guy you divorced? Did you wear the boxers in that relationship
No.
too, or no?
No,
He wore, because that was you was a stay at
Yeah,
home
she was
mom.
stay-at-home mom, yeah.
I was
So he was
a
holding it down.
wife. Yes.
So now here's another question, right? Now you don't have to get into the personal situations, but I'm a little curious. So you just said that you'll take a single guy that's inadequate financially, and then in your past, so currently you would do that, but in your past you disqualified the guy that was financially inadequate, and then a guy
I
that
disqualified? What do you mean?
yeah,
by
meaning
that?
that you broke up with him.
I didn't break up with him because he was not qualified.
No. You broke up with him because he was inadequate.
Meaning he didn't make
Yeah,
money.
it
He didn't
wasn't-
make a lot of
yeah,
money.
It got
You
bad.
are wearing
Yeah,
the boxers.
It got bad.
Yeah. And then if we take another step back, we go back further. When you were married, you divorced a guy that was financially adequate, and you had multiple kids with him. So obviously he was clapping cheeks well. Why'd you get rid of him? Like, what was one of the main reasons? If he wasn't inadequate, was it, you could just give like a word, was it something crazy that like abuse, or was it, or if it was just maybe you fell out of love or
Cheated.
No, it was a lot of things. A lot of those things that you said.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to like say too much.
Right,
okay,
right.
no,
Like I
fair
said,
enough.
but
I was just
it was
wondering.
very, very toxic, very, very bad.
Okay.
It was something really hard to leave because, I'm
built
from
with it from-
Brooklyn, Coney Island projects. My dream was to be a housewife.
Was it
So it's like-
unsafe, or was it safe
It
but
became
your feelings?
it became unsafe.
Was it unsafe in reality or unsafe of just how you felt unsafe?
It in reality.
Because the reason why I asked that question is because women like to like live in their minds, right? Just like she said in the beginning of the podcast, she like, well, I could just conjure up some
Channel.
imaginations and channel. Like
Channel.
women like to live in their minds, right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
my question for you is, was it unsafe? I mean, like in reality, was it unsafe? Like that bad things,
Like, you could
unsafe
end up in the
things,
hospital straight
like
up.
unsafe things can happen in true reality, or well, you're just in your mind thinking like, well, this could happen or that.
No, it was unsafe.
It was
with
unsafe reality.
enforcements and things like that. Where
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was-
understandable.
All right, word.
All right, moving right along. So which guy you choosing? You gonna choose the married, financially successful guy that's gonna take care of you, Or will you choose the single guy that's not financially successful, but he clapping cheeks well too?
Yeah, they both clapping cheeks well, by the way.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
poor one,
You
because
take the poor one?
yeah, integrity has a lot more value to me than money, and that's a pretty easy choice.
Okay. So, all right, fair enough. What about you?
Is the marriage behind him? Like if he's
No,
breaking
he's
No, no,
married.
look,
he's sneaking.
married.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. He's not sneaking. There's no cheating in here. He's
because
just a married man.
from what I've learned at this rate in my life, like a lot of my friends, they're saying it's like expensive to get divorced. Like people have like excuses to not get divorced. Like is he separated or is he married?
So it's like this. This is what it says.
Married man, no.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to go with the single guy.
But like a man without, I mean, if the single guy without money has ambition, then like why not? But if he's like
The
no
single guy,
ambition-
a man, if a man is a man in a certain age, you 32. Let's say he 32.
Yeah.
If he don't have ambitions at 32,
Yeah, no, I'm probably gonna go with the married man. I'm not gonna lie.
all right, cool. So you're going to go.
I'm not for the struggle no more.
You're not for the struggle.
Come to me when you come up.
She like, yeah, nah, I ain't for the struggle
I'll
at
be waiting
all.
for you at the finish line.
Yo, okay, that's real. What about you, Mansa Musa?
I prefer the single man.
You prefer the single man. So the single man that doesn't have any finances in order.
I prefer that because I don't want to hurt none of my women and friend woman feeling.
Okay. Well, it is in a situation, so it's from AZ. He doesn't say anything about the man cheating. This is just a man is probably like an open relationship on his end. He married and he got the main chick and you gonna be the second woman.
I don't want to date with no married man.
You don't want to date with no married man. Fair enough. She's no married man. Okay.
Respectful.
Let's go with well, the last time you was here, speaking on that, the last time you was here, you did say that you would be okay being with a man and that man having multiple wives.
Yes. If I'm your wife,
Yeah.
anything you do behind me, I don't care about that.
Okay, you just want to be the main. Oh, okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now we getting somewhere.
So what if he already got a wife, but he wants you? He's looking for a second one.
No.
Oh, so you got to be that first one.
Yes.
Ah,
Not the second
I see.
option.
Yeah, she coming from a real queen standpoint. Like, yeah, nah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
dictate
Don't
some
do number
stuff up
two.
in here.
No
I
one.
respect that.
Yo, you funny. Okay, we got Lord Geotron sends in $2. The way yous look, your money can only buy you a bum. God dang. My man's going in today. We got AZ sends in $5. Here's another would you rather. Okay, here we go. Start with you. And AZ, I see you from Plainfield, bro. Shout out. Salute. Rahway, New Jersey all day. We got would you rather be cheated on and never know or cheat? Oh, bro, we did that question. Yo, AZ, that was the first question, bro. On the panel. We got Jonathan Bullard sends in $10. He says, if your man woke you up at 2 a.m. and asked you to make him something to eat, would you do it?
Yes.
You would do it.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
Wayne's World.
So long as the relationship is good, yeah. Like obviously not if we're on rocky terms.
Yeah, no, if the relationship was
But
good.
if the relationship was good, absolutely.
All right. So let's say if the relationship was bad, would you?
Depends on how bad.
Like
Once it crosses a certain line of bad,
Okay, it crossed that line.
It crossed the line.
it crossed the line.
Yeah.
Then no, and that probably means it's just a downhill.
All right. So now let me ask you another question. If the relationship crossed that line and it's on bad terms, that man, y'all living together, right?
Mm-hmm.
That man will be still paying the bills. Would you still expect that man to pay the bills?
So over a sandwich,
Gotcha.
though? No, not gotcha. Because over a sandwich,
No.
I
It's
completely
roles.
agree
It's roles.
that if he is paying the bills, certain responsibilities are mine. But you can't abuse that. You can't just say whenever I feel like it, whenever I want something, whenever
I
on
would
my
say
whim.
that you're the one abusing it because you going off of whenever you going off of emotions. You said if it crosses that line, meaning that it crossed the line of your feelings, you feel like it's a line that was crossed, then you will fix him a sandwich at 2 a.m. So I'm saying that if that line was crossed, say if he don't want to pay the bills, that's okay.
If the line was crossed because he feels the relationship is bad and he wants to stop
And he don't wanna pay the
supporting it,
bills.
that would make sense.
Okay.
Because trust is broken between you both, essentially. You don't trust the person to have both of your best interests in mind. So as long as you trust the person, then you trust.
Got it. So the
They're not
man,
gonna-
so you saying that based off of the woman's feelings, she could renege on doing her role,
And him too.
and he can renege off of
Okay.
his feelings,
As long as you
doing her
feel
role.
Once you cross a certain line, it's
Once you
just-
cross
that's
a
the way
certain
it
line.
does.
Okay.
People do start doing that, and then your relationship tanks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What about you?
Your question.
Yeah, the question is, if your man woke you up at 2 a.m.
Oh yes.
and one of the,
definitely.
you gonna make him a sandwich?
I do it
She's
all
a
the
stay-at-home mom, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Okay.
Breakfast,
Cool.
lunch, dinner.
We have Lord Geotron sends in $2. Cooley,
Cooley,
son, reach out to me. I'll finance you.
I read that too.
Yo, you funny, bro. Yeah, man. If you want to support the channel, man, you know, donations is good. Going in live. As far as finance and the podcast, man, we fine, bro. The support you supporting right here, being a member and also sending in super chats, bro. Appreciate the support. That's good, man. We got Holiday Tone sends in
Holiday Tone is
$10.
funny.
Holiday Tone is back. Okay. Look like you upgraded your membership, bruh. Maybe. I think you did upgrade it. Oh, we got he says, okay, let's start with you. Name one boundary or expectation a man can demand from a woman without it being considered toxic or controlling. Harry Potter's adopted sister.
He's talking about
Okay.
Wayne's World.
Is he
Oh.
name calling me again or no?
Yeah, he doing
No, he's talking about her.
Harry
Oh.
Potter.
so he rating the girls on the panel. I don't know who you talking about. Okay.
Harry Potter's-
Let's just go. Harry Potter's adopted sister of 4. Who's that? That's her over here? Oh, Dan, you would know. You watch Harry Potter,
Oh yeah,
right?
no. Yeah, he's talking about Harry Potter's Wayne's World because I read the whole thing. He said, because he said, all right, Harry Potter.
Oh, that's what he says.
Yeah, because dyed-eye tracksuit 4. She got
Okay,
tracksuit.
got you. All right, so we got. He
Who
said
called
you
me
Harry
Dad?
Potter's adopted sister. You're 4. Wella
Well,
can.
that means grandmother in Spanish.
Grandma can get it. She's a 3 though. Then we got Queen of 4. You're 4. Then he got and dyed-eyed tracksuit. Is a 4. Okay, fair enough. All right, so here's the question. And we're gonna start with you. So he says, name one boundary or expectation a man can demand from you, without it being considered toxic or controlling.
I think like the whole phone thing. Like he could demand if I go to the bathroom, don't go through my phone. I think that would be like a good.
Wait, what?
Say that again?
Wait, what?
That sound personal. Like you did that. You took a nigga phone and ran in the bathroom before?
I mean, like at this rate, like if a guy said, my phone is my phone, don't question it. Like
That shouldn't even be about. That should just
And it is
ought to
a
be
personal.
automatic respect. Like you shouldn't do that regardless, especially if you didn't give you
Yeah,
a
don't
reason
touch
not
a
to
man's
trust him.
phone. Yeah.
But ask the question again.
So, yeah, name one expectation a man can demand from a woman without it being considered
I feel
toxic
like
or
that's the
controlling.
only thing I came to because
That's a good one. Okay, so
if
don't touch
somebody's
the man's phone.
demanding something to me, like that's the instant turn off. Like right then and there, I'm like, okay, that thing. But like if you're demanding something to me, I have to think on that. Like
Okay, but you just said that what wouldn't without it being okay. So a man, if he says one of his boundaries, yeah, you can't look through my phone, you wouldn't consider that toxic or controlling.
no.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Now you name one. That
You can't demand a boundary. That's not how boundaries work.
Yeah, the wording on that was like
I
That's the wrong
mean,
wording, but like, what is
Yeah,
just what
it's-
is a
but
boundary
you
that a
could
man can say that is not considered controlling or toxic? Like, for example, if I tell you, I don't want you to go to the club with your girls, is that demanding? Is that controlling? Is that
okay,
toxic?
okay.
That,
And he
that's
wants
an
one
example.
that's not.
he wants ones that's not.
Yeah, we
There's
are.
tons of them. That's
So
give
name
one.
one.
Like a
That's what we're
fraud.
asking. When
Give an expectation. Give something that a man's expects from you.
that's not considered
that's not
toxic or
considered
controlling.
toxic or controlling. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. A meal, like
You gave yours. Let's go with you.
Right.
I didn't understand it fully.
oh my gosh, there's so many. Like I don't know how to even pick one.
Just pick one.
respect, to be listened to, and to be respected, which covers a whole base of things.
That's whack. I don't like that one. Pick another one.
Yeah, that was trash.
Oh my god!
Like, what is one
what's
thing-
something like controversial?
If you're dating a guy and he says, "Don't do X, Y, and Z."
Dating or relationship? There's a big difference.
Okay, relationship. You guys know what I mean. You guys are in a relationship, and a guy says, "I don't want
Okay.
you to do this."
All right.
So,
All
what
right.
is that thing that a guy can say he
Going
doesn't want you
out
to?
with other men alone.
Okay, all right, there we go. That's a good one. So that if he says that, that wouldn't be considered controlling or toxic to you.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
What about you?
Your turn.
If I'm in a relationship,
was a
especially
good
the
one.
next one, because I already know that what I want, and the standards are high right now. So it's like, whatever he tells me, I would expect him, because I chose him to be, my man, and I know that anything he wants,
Just for the best.
for me or anything, like, I should, listen, because there's a reason behind it that would make him feel some type of way, and I wouldn't want him to feel like that. I wouldn't want any friction or problems or issues or anything. And I know that if there's something, it was for my best interest and ours,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, but you got to answer the question.
Yeah, you answer the question
So
as
what
far
is-
as like what's one of the things that you would not consider toxic or controlling, but the man is demanding from you.
Like where I go, who I hang out with.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
All right.
Fair enough. What about you?
Can you
You
repeat?
probably don't. She don't consider anything demanding or
So, what is one thing? What is something that your man can ask from you that is not considered demanding or controlling or toxic? So, if a man says, "Don't wear that outfit because it shows too much of your cleavage," do you think that is considered controlling or toxic? Or
Well, he liked me. That's why he said I should not wear that clothes.
yeah. She was here last time. I got something better for her
Okay.
because I want the chat to know too. So let me know your limit. For example, me and you in a relationship, right? When you walk into the house, you take off your shoes at the front door, you go straight to the kitchen and you start cooking. That's good. And for everything I say, give me a yes or no. We gonna test. Actually, this is a good one. We should play this game more often. Let's test the girls' submissiveness. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions to test your submissiveness, and if I go too far, you say no. If I'm still going to what you would do, you say yes. And then we're gonna go around the panel. So think of some stuff.
okay, bet.
All right, cool. We're gonna freestyle. It's off the hip.
Sorry, I keep kicking you.
Okay.
So you said yes to going in the kitchen. Okay. Every day I come home from the gym, I want a deep tissue massage.
I can do it for you.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? I'm going out with the homies. We going to Miami. We partying. We gonna be going for at least a week and a half. Make sure all the kids is fed and good, and you don't go anywhere. Matter of fact, give me your phone. I don't want you. Give me your phone too. You don't speak to nobody. Actually, do the Miami trip first. Yes or no?
You can go.
You could go. Okay. Give me your phone. You're not allowed to have a phone no more.
Who phone, me or your phone?
Your phone.
Oh, you want me to give my phone to you?
Yeah, you're not allowed to have no phone.
I will ask you why. How you will call me? And
No, we together. We're in a relationship. But you're not allowed. I'll page you. I'll give you a pager. Two-way pager. It's gonna like beep. You know the old pagers that beep? You're not from out here, but it used the pagers, they beep on the hip, so you get a little message, and then you get the call from a payphone.
That's
You
from my
you
days.
get a payphone, but you don't get a cell phone. So you get not a payphone, you get a telephone. Like you got to
House
dial the
phone.
numbers, house phone,
home, right?
Wait.
home phone.
Home phone.
So no cell phone, but home phone. Yes or no?
Yes, I will give you my phone.
She lit. She lit. Let's keep going. Matter of fact, me and him was at the club, right? And we seen Katie and Brittany. We want
Yup.
to have
I
some
like
fun with
Katie.
them. Yes or no?
Oh, you going out with your friend?
I'm going out with the friends, and we about to go kick it with some other shorties.
I can tell you can go, but please be careful. That's my advice.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah!
God.
Oh, he lit it. Matt Submissive. You got one
You
for
said
her?
you're 28.
Oh my goodness.
We got one for her. Go ahead, hit her with another one.
No. Crap.
The only thing that
Okay.
I
Matter of
tell
fact,
you,
oh, I got.
I
You got one?
advise
Go
you,
ahead.
please be careful.
All right, okay. So I'm having my guys. I'm having a bunch of my friends come over to the house, and I want you to cook us all a meal.
Yes, I can do it.
Okay, you can do
You
that.
think she cooking all the?
Oh, she's feeding us all.
What's that one food you was talking about in the back?
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. You gonna cook that jollof rice? What's that other one you said?
Even like if you bring in,
Fufu.
You cooking
if you
fufu
bring in
too?
5 person or 6 person, if you say you want fufu, I will make your fufu. You want jollof rice, I will make everybody own.
Everybody get fufu in that rice?
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah.
lit. Okay. Let's start with you. Let's go on. You got another one?
One more. Okay, so all my guy friends, I'm having all my guy friends come, and I don't want you around. I want you to stay in your room until they leave.
Yes, I
Oh. Yo, I'm about to go take her out.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go handle that, man. Get the number after the podcast, man. We set it up for you. Moving right along to you. Let's test your submissiveness.
Yeah.
No more Instagram for you.
Yes.
I want you to wear baggy clothes, no tights.
Yes. I would.
Okay. I want my meals. What is it when they pre-plan the meals?
Meal prep.
I
Meal
want
prep.
all my meals meal prepped.
Yeah, but I mean, like
the week.
with a little reciprocation.
Oh, here we go. God dang. Would you meal prep my meals?
She set the bar real high,
See,
man.
look, hey, we gotta go to Africa, chat. You gotta
I
go to.
want peace in my home.
She went. Okay.
She's doing whatever to get the peace.
Yeah, happy
Take
wife,
notes,
happy
ladies.
Yes, I want peace in my home.
She want peace in her home. Okay.
Me too.
So you already failed because you stopped at that. Let's move it right along. Let's see what
Wayne's
we can
World?
get. Wayne's World. What you got? You got something for her? Oh, I got one. Every day I come home, I want my dog's massage. Massage my feet.
I got one.
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
You only I will tell you what to wear all the time, every day.
Every day.
You can't wear what you want to wear. You got to wear what I want you to wear.
Dang. See, chat. These modern day women in America.
Yeah.
That's why. On to you. Okay. Let's see. She 44. It's on clearance. Let's see what she could do. So.
I just-
Think of something. Oh, I got something for you. So, let's start simple. No Instagram. No social media.
no problem.
You be on Facebook a lot. No Facebook.
No problem.
Okay.
No guy friends.
No guy friends.
You can't talk to guys, look at guys, smell guys, think about guys, nothing.
I have no problem thinking about guys. It's difficult not to talk. I mean, let's like reality. Like let's get with it.
You can't have no guy friends. You
know,
can't talk to guys.
It ain't that difficult not to talk to guys. It's if me and you in a relationship and a man, if you're
No,
out,
I mean you could just get stopped and just be like, "Excuse me, miss, you know how to get here?" Like there's
you don't speak.
Ignore them.
Yeah. You know Spanish, right?
yes. and
Yeah.
we-
What is it?
No hablo
no
inglés.
habla inglés. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
could always. Okay. Look, failed. She said she was about to talk to
No,
a nigga.
I have no
let's do
problem
another
like
one.
speaking. I mean, but
No, but I'm
wait, you
telling-
see, okay, when you're gonna ask me a question,
Yeah.
okay, make sure it just like really
I'm your
makes
man.
sense.
What I
because
say
I get
goes.
technical.
No, I'm your man. So I'm telling you right now, I don't want you to talk to any guys. I don't care if they ask you to pick something. I don't care what they ask you. Don't speak to them. Are you gonna do it or not?
Yes, I will do it.
Okay.
Because if you're my man, it's because I really love you, and I'm this time I'm
so yeah,
44.
so
I'm making this shit work.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
find a husband, get married.
All right, so yeah,
and
you
like,
love.
yes.
All right, so we in love. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, baby, don't
I
talk
got
to any
something
guys.
for you.
Yes.
You working.
Mm-hmm.
All your money come to me. Your checks, that goes to my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
You don't handle any money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you with that?
That's
I'm
fine.
okay with that.
Okay.
Because the man that I choose, I know he can handle the finances.
Yeah, I would
I'm just doing my part.
Me and these going out. We
We
taking
out.
a trip to Cali.
California.
California. We gonna be out there for a week. It's
A
gonna
whole
be
week,
some butt
7
naked hoes
days.
out there.
I want to be right there partying with you in the butt naked hoes. We good.
So-
I'm
so-
the life
well,
of the party.
here's-
There ain't no
Hold on,
fun
here's
without
the-
me.
I'm
that's
not
not the
done
question.
yet.
That's
I'm
not the
not done.
question. Hold on.
So we in Cali. It's a guy's thing. You not invited, baby girl. You gotta stay at home. What you doing? You yes or no?
I would trust the guy thing.
You trust the
I
guy
would
thing.
trust- I would trust
But it's gonna we gonna be at the strip club. We gonna be wilding.
Okay.
Yeah?
I will know. I would know my man.
Okay,
I would
now-
know my man.
now let's
and
take it
I'm
a
not
step
a
further.
very insecure, and I know how men. Can
That's why you don't have to
be.
explain yourself. We got
Yeah,
more
yeah.
questions.
Let's just know.
You
Now
good,
let's
you
take it
good?
a step further.
Mm-hmm.
I may want Lauren for a night. What happens in Cali stays in Cali. I want Lauren for the night, and it is what it is. Yes or no?
Did you speak to me about it?
I'll let you know beforehand, like, hey, it may get a little wild, so I may clap something out there.
Oh, then
No.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, it ends there.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, all
I
right.
got a question.
Go ahead.
How
Hey,
does someone?
No
real quick,
fucking
real quick.
way.
Hey, chat.
You gotta be
Uh,
bugging.
Put a 1 in the chat if you like that game. It's called Testing the Girl's Submissiveness. If you like that, we'll continue to do it. Put a 1. If you don't like it, put a 2 and we won't do it anymore. So 1 in the chat if you like it. We should do it on some other episodes. 2 in the chat if you don't like it. Let's see what the chat's saying, and then we'll get to your question real quick, Amanda. What the chat saying, Steve?
This thing was.
Ones? Okay.
I wrote it down.
Bet they like it. You wrote it down. All right, go ahead. What's your question?
My question is the things that you guys gave
Mhm.
to see. Did they all make sense to you? Did they all?
No,
were
we
they
was
all
just wilding.
things
We was just
that you believe in.
we was wilding. We was asking random
Like-
questions.
Like what? Like which, like,
Yeah, I
like
got
which one
confused
stood out to you?
too.
So, well, for me, because you asked me.
Yeah, which one
You
stood
know,
out to
the
you?
first thing that comes to mind is like, why would you want to never let me express myself and pick every outfit? Not have certain limitations of like, this is uncomfortable, this is appropriate, but to be like, I will take your self-expression away through how you present yourself. And, you know, there's
I could answer it real quick for you. The reason why is because what you said in the beginning of the podcast. You said that you can channel things and you like to live inside your head. So a
I
human.
didn't say that I like to live inside my head.
Well, I'm saying
all.
that. If you're challenging things, you said that you conjure up. What did you say? Say it again. About how you think about things.
No, that's not how I think. I'm
To pull it
saying
towards her.
to pull information towards me at times. Yeah.
And what was the word you used? You said that you it's like make believe things. Pretty
No,
much is what you
it
said.
feels like using your imagination. but it's
Imagination.
different. Mhm.
Okay, got you. But it feels like using. And but how is it different from using your imagination?
So I can't use my imagination to tell me something that's going to happen tomorrow. I can't use my actual imagination. It's not going to be right. Like if I pull information and then wait a week and that information turns out to be correct, that's not
Got it.
in.
So here's what I'm saying. Men, we like to live in reality. We like to live in the real world. Usually, women like things coddled and they like to live in la la land. So since a woman likes to live in la la land, we can't trust her to make her own good decisions. In most cases, we can't trust her. Now, she could earn my trust with that, and then it's like, okay, still, I'm still going to be looking, but we truly can't trust a woman. A man is there to protect a woman, not trust a woman. You're there to trust me because I have to protect you. So the dynamic in a relationship is much different. So this is why when a man says, yeah, baby girl, this is my guidelines and my boundaries, don't dress this. Actually, like he said, whatever I tell you to wear, that's what you wear. Anything else, I don't want you wearing. And it's not controlling or toxic, is that we can't trust you to make good logical decisions because you like to live in your mind. Generally speaking, women do, right?
Right.
So you're a little bit contradicting yourself because
Sure.
logic and living in your mind are somewhat of the same.
Explain. To me, that doesn't make sense.
Logic
That doesn't
is
make sense
a
at all.
masculine thing, and
Yeah.
so is using your mind. When women are falling into getting in their head too much, overthinking things, thinking things too much, and getting caught up in their heads, they're actually being in their masculine. They're using logic. Logic is a masculine principle. The complement to that women embody is their intuition and using their heart. And so I wouldn't say that women like to be in their heads. When women are in their heads too much, it does them bad.
Well, you
They-
just said that a woman being in their head, meaning that they're thinking about things a lot. You said that that's a masculine thing, right?
To use too much logic, yeah, because logic is a masculine, but just because you do not use logic does not mean that you can be trusted. Intuition.
So let's differentiate it real quick before you move on. I don't think that if you're you said overthinking too. You said women like to be in their heads and they're thinking about things and overthinking things, and you are trying to say that is the woman being logical. I don't look at logical that way. That isn't logical to me. I'll explain what logical is. So logical is you get a logical standpoint when you have the ability to view the world outside of yourself. So that's not in your head, that's thinking outside of yourself. When you are viewing the world from a subjective standpoint, you're less logical because you're just like, oh, you can't really critically think. Everything is a subjectiveness. Everything is about your feelings. You're prioritizing you and you and you, or your experiences. A logical man has the ability to look beyond just his own experiences, but other people's experiences and other people's circumstances and his own. So it's the ability to differentiate things and also find similarities to things as well. And if you can do that, then you'll have the ability to compare and contrast. And to take it a step further, that's called critically thinking. And when you can critically think, that's when you are truly using logic, because you're not just looking at one side of the story, you're looking at the other side of the story. The reason why women tend to not really think logical, because they lead with feelings first.
And your heart.
So let's say when a shooting happens, let's just speak about BLM, right? Black community be in their feelings like, oh, stop, people, the cops is, killing people, stuff like that. This stuff is going on. The cops stop shooting people. All of these things. Well, they're not thinking about the other side of it. Well, that cop that's protecting the city, he got a family to go home to. That cop that's protecting the city, not only does he have a family to go to, you're not thinking about, well, that person wasn't complying. Right? Well, if this person isn't complying, this nigga needs to go home. And maybe he dealt with some other things, other situations where, you know what I mean? He in a neighborhood that's, hey, I don't know what's going to happen. So you got to look at both parties. And it's not to say the cop is good and or bad, and the person that's claiming to be a victim that was shot by a cop or something like that is claiming to be good or bad. But it's like, well, let's look at it logically. Let's look at the victim's standpoint, and let's look at the cop standpoint. What the black community do, they just look at the victimhood, police brutality, all of this stuff. It's like, I don't really know about that there, buddy. This man is doing his job, what you're not doing. Why didn't you send your kids, put your kids in the police force? Why aren't your cousins in the police force? Only the white people are going into the police force. Oh, y'all want to be rappers. Y'all want to be dancers. You want to twerk on a pole. You want to become a stripper. You want to sell weed. You could have took a different path. So now you living in the city and it's being ran by most of white people. So it's like, dang, but they have this victim mindset. So this is what I'm saying. Critically thinking and logic is to look at the entire spectrum of things. So then you're not using feelings.
Mm-hmm. So feelings is not the same as, like, feelings as in emotions is not the same as intuition. And the example that you used for where logic is better makes sense, because when masculine is protecting, doing, achieving, stuff like that, problem solving, of course you use like logic to the scenario that you gave. You know what I mean? Like something.
It was an extreme scenario, but it's something that everyone can know, and because we've seen it on TV and we've seen the differences of opinions that the Democrats have, that the Republicans have, that the blacks have, that the whites have.
Intuition also has its value. In a feminine role, women are most comfortable, I'm telling you, by operating from their heart and operating from intuition.
That's where you're wrong. But that's where you're wrong, because intuition and your... How does a woman do her role without living out of her heart and following her intuition? How do you care for children with logic?
No, you getting me wrong. Yeah. We're not trying to make women be like men.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is...
So that's not, you say, how do we? I don't want to. So
no, I'm not saying you should.
She's saying that. She said women should be. She's saying that women should be able to rely on their intuition and their heart. And I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, your heart can be deceiving. You know what I mean? Like, there's women who
that's
love.
When they get in their head too much. I'm telling you.
But that comes from the heart. That's come from your emotions, your feelings. Your feelings aren't always true. Your heart is deceiving. There's women, for example, there's women out there that date guys that abuse him, but their heart tells them, I love him. But logic says, get the fuck out of there, because he's whooping your ass. That's the difference. So your heart and your intuition, your feelings aren't facts. They can lead you in the wrong direction. That's when you got to use logic. So you can't always rely on intuition and your heart, because for 9 times out of 10, they're not true. They're going to lead you down the wrong path.
But go ahead. Yeah, what you got?
emotions and intuition are different. A woman in, like, say, an abusive situation like that, totally a thing. But her heart will be telling her something is wrong. You're not happy. You're doing this for some reason. Like, it will cause her conflict. And then her emotions, like, she may have fear. She may have, well, I get in my head and I don't want him to feel bad and I care about him. But you're really confusing the two. And I'm not saying men should be like women and women should be like men. But I see on your show, he talks a lot about one being more important than the other. And my point is that they're complementary. So, like,
What's
man
being more
is
important
not
than the other?
Logic over women's feelings and intuition.
well, like, no, like in a relationship, a man brings logic, a woman brings intuition. One is
No,
not more important. They complement each other.
Not when the other is leading you in the wrong direction the majority of the time.
They do
When you-
have to be balanced out, but no.
when you
intuition
use
isn't
your
wrong.
feel when because our feelings can be deceiving. Like, I can say, because women always say, oh, I don't like the way he said it, even though it's the truth. Like, for example, if I say 1 + 1 = 2, you know what I mean, but you feel like I said it rudely. What it isn't like who gives a shit? Like, it's the fact.
I don't give a shit.
You know what I'm saying? So logic is basically using evidence that in your face to be able to make a decision, whereas feelings, you're just relying on what you feel and you're ignoring
Not
the
emotions.
evidence.
Emotions are not the same.
Yeah, so
Intuition isn't even real. You know what I mean?
I'll
Intuition
say
is
this.
basically
Like a guessing
I'll-
game, man. Like,
I'll
intuition is a feeling also. It's the same. It's the same shit.
It's a little bit different. So let me break it down so we could have a clear, concise conversation. Men are more intuitive than women because in order to have intuition, I'll repeat, in order to have intuition, you need experience, right? True experience takes good intuition, and I'll tell you why. Here's the definition
Those
of
are
intuition.
instincts.
No, wrong. Here's the definition of intuition. The ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. So that means that you understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. The only way to get that from a standpoint of being intuitive where you're right or you're making the right decision, because you can make a lot of wrong decisions trying to be intuitive, but if we're speaking about making the right decision, you get that from learning from your mistakes. You get that from experiencing things, and you also get that from wisdom, meaning that learning when you don't even have to experience something. We all know the whole saying, like, a wise man is someone that learns from other people's mistakes, and the other person, a smart man, is someone that learns from his own mistakes, right? So to be wise is if a man that has wisdom or a woman that has wisdom, well, you're learning from other people's mistakes. So when a situation arises and it happens, you can make But
that's not what intuition is. Let me ask
that
you a
is
question.
intuition. That's the definition of it. I'm literally reading it.
But no, you're the one that prefaced from experience. It doesn't say anything about experience. It just means, bam, you know. So an
But I'm
example of
speaking.
intuition
Go ahead. Yeah.
is when you know somebody is looking at you. You don't need to learn that. You don't have a logical explanation. There is nothing logical about knowing that you can explain
When someone is looking at you?
and you know.
Well,
Someone could be
that's
sitting behind me and I turn around because you feel it.
not.
And
Well,
those are
that's
the kinds of feelings that I'm talking about, not your emotions, not I'm jealous, I'm angry, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's something a little bit different because when you can feel someone looking at you, we have 5 senses: seeing, touching, hearing, tasting, and smelling, right? We got those 5 senses. So feeling, right, just of touching something. So when a wind blows, we feel the wind blows. So when we think that, oh, is someone looking at me, and we turn around, we probably used our ears to hear something over here. We're using our 5 senses, and then it's like, I kind of feel something is over there, and you look back and the nigga is looking at you. Or not only that, when women know that someone is looking at them, because you walking in the Walmart with them tight pants on, which you shouldn't be walking in, and you walking past niggas, and you know what niggas gonna be looking at is them buns. So that's why y'all think that y'all intuitive, but y'all not intuitive. You know what you're doing.
Yeah,
you goddamn know what you're
You're
doing.
doing something that causes the attention that you're getting.
So
Yeah.
you've never just been like sitting, maybe you're on like a bus and you're just on your phone and then you stop and you're looking out the window and then you're like,
No, but I mean,
feel like
if I
someone's
feel
looking?
somebody's looking at me because I know what I'm doing to cause the attention that I'm bringing towards me.
so it never
So if,
happens
like, for
when
example,
you don't
if
feel
I-
that way?
What happened?
So you never felt like someone was looking at you. I'm not talking.
I have, but it's because the reason
random almost.
Because the reason why I can feel somebody looking at me is because I know I'm purposely doing something to cause attention, so I could tell. Okay, if I walked in here with my shirt off,
Or even if you loud.
right?
You
Or
on the
if I'm
phone, you
loud.
loud, like, oh, someone.
But I'm not talking
If I'm
about
loud,
that.
if I walk in with my shirt, if I wear a lot of
Explain
jewelry,
what you're talking about.
When you have no way, like you're telling me, and maybe they, the women can answer too. You don't have a way to hear it. You don't have a way to see it, and you ain't doing anything
And you
weird.
can feel it.
You can just feel it. You will it almost feels random. You just turn and look out to something out of your vision, out
It's
of
not
your
a feeling.
hearing.
You're just assuming. You thought it, and you assume, and then you check.
And
someone
but
staring
no,
at
what
you.
I'm saying, subconsciously, you're still using your 5 senses.
Yeah, I
So
know
you
how.
are still sensing it, right? Like we absorb so much stuff. This is why I don't believe in astrology. We could have that debate too, because we naturally absorb things from our 5 senses, and we absorb things that we even eat. Protein has more importance than any star and moon. So when we talk about astrology, it's like, freak the stars and the moon, my nigga. If you don't have protein in your diet, you're done. You're
But
gonna
who
lose
is
muscle
saying
mass.
that?
Well, I'm just going off on a tangent
Like-
right now. But what I'm saying is that just debunking the notion of the intuitions of, like, you're saying that it's feelings based.
So you're using an
I'm
example
saying
of
that
protein being
no.
important to debunk intuition?
No, I was just talking about astrology right there. So you're saying that intuitions is just all feelings based. I'm saying that, and based off the definition that I read, and which I've already understood too, to be intuitive, right? You
Means
have
instantly know
to
something.
No, it comes from being like
How did we get on that?
experiences.
Can I say something about
You
that?
learn you learn that trait, and you get that skill and that ability and that art by learning from experience, and also
But the
not from your own
definition-
experience. You could learn it from other people's experience too.
That's
the
not what the
fact that it
definition says
the
at
definition
all.
the definition doesn't say anything about feelings. The definition says the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. So
Yeah,
you
just
explain.
get a feeling and you know. That's
Okay,
what
so
I'm
how
saying.
would you just get that feeling and know?
It's a conscious feeling. Like you say you sensing somebody, you feeling somebody looking at you. That's a conscious feeling.
The only way you getting that is from your 5 senses and what you've already experienced. That's what I'm saying. The only way you're getting that. So we got to peel back the layer. How can
did
you
we get on
know?
the topic of it?
How can you have reasoning on something that you've never
That's the thing.
got it? So what I'm
There's
saying
no
is
logic.
No, logic is this. Logic is. I mean, we could even
No,
speak
to
about.
intuition. There's no logic to intuition. It does not
and-
have to go through a logical
And
process.
I'm saying that I know that it doesn't have to go through a logical process. I'm not talking about a logical process. I'm just saying that the only way it can happen, well, one, I believe in God and I believe in the Spirit of the Lord. So we're speaking from a religious standpoint with I had multiple religious experiences. That's something different. I wouldn't call that me being intuitive. I would call that the Spirit of the Lord fall on me. That's what I would call that. But if we're talking about intuitive, that has nothing to do with spirits or holiness or anything like that. That's just literally pretty much having an understanding for something without a conscious reasoning. So I'm saying that in order to get a conscious reasoning about something, if we truly use our critically thinking skills, we are biological creatures and we have 5 senses, right? So we can get understandings about things with using our 5 senses subconsciously. You get what I'm saying? And also we experience things in our past and we're experiencing things at that moment. So I'm saying that experiences and our biology, our 5 senses, is what gives us the ability for people to be intuitive. Now, if you got another explanation, I'm open to it, but that's how I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. Let's just move on.
Yeah, we can
it's
move on from it.
getting dragged out.
It is. I mean, it is dragging it out. But I mean, you ain't have any a better way of how to be intuitive, because that's the thing. The definition doesn't explain how to be
It
intuitive.
doesn't explain.
It's up to us to think like, well, how can one be
But
intuitive?
not necessarily. I mean, you ever
Wait,
think
what did you originally say though? That men
She just
can't
said it's
be
like
more
feelings.
men can't be.
he said that men are more logical, men
I would
are
no.
more
I would just say.
intuitive.
I would just say.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would say this when it comes to women, right? Women do have something that's the nurturing aspect about a woman is amazing, right? It's just something that she could, change a man's life just by how she's speaking and how she's being submissive to him and treating that man and motivating him, cheering him on and stuff like that. And the way she does it, it seems very intuitive. So I would say that, because it's like, where is she even getting this reasoning from? It's a conscious reasoning.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, I'll give y'all that. But I'm saying that it's still in your nature to do it. It's your biology to be that way, because you're naturally, you're higher in estrogen. You got less testosterone for us. So and also all the psychologists knows that women happen to be more agreeable. Men happen to be less agreeable. So just your biological makeup and your psychology mind will make you be a little bit more intuitive when it comes to a man. But I would even flip it on a man. The man is very intuitive too, because if you're walking down the street with your man and someone slaps your butt, if that man is a man, instantly, he's not even gonna think. It's gonna be conscious reasoning, and he's gonna react and grab that dude and beat him up.
Those are instincts, though.
We can say it's an instinct, but I would say that it's being, or
intuition is information given, and there's no information given in your reaction. Like, you saw what happened, it was right in front of your face. Your instinct is to protect. That's not
an instinct.
same.
That's an instinct
feminine
too.
Stuff, anything feminine, it draws stuff towards you and it goes inwards. Masculine stuff goes outwards and makes stuff happen. Would you agree with that or no?
Say that one more time.
Feminine energy is an inward type of energy that draws stuff towards you, that are things that are more internal and are things that attract. And masculine energy is something that is more of an outward energy that makes things happen, that goes and gets, that goes and does.
I would agree. I would agree with that stance, but I would just add more to it. Masculinity, it draws people to them, because masculine men, everyone wants to follow that man. Like, that man is a true leader, right? So men want to follow.
But they do that by leading by example.
They do that
so
by
it
leading.
winds up, like,
but
having
so it's
that
both.
effect. But
yeah,
yes.
it's still both. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I would still agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But anyways, we beat this dead horse up. Let's go to the super chats and get some other questions in. We have Menace Your Game says in $2. Garth, stop being passive aggressive. Be bold, hippie. Talking about you. Saying that you were passive aggressive, I guess, with some of the things that you were saying. We got AZ sends in $5. My bad. I joined late and I missed the beginning question. Is a woman more attractive to men while she's in her early 20s, her 30s, or 40s? Is a woman more attractive to men while she's in her 20s, 30s, or 40s? More attractive?
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird question. Is she more attractive to
What
men?
does the woman feel?
Isn't that a question
she
for you
more
guys?
Yeah, is he asking us or you?
You guys, it sounds like.
Yeah. Hey, AZ, just don't send in a super chat. Write in a regular chat. I'll have Steve look at it. Explain what you mean. You said, is a woman more attractive to a man? Oh, meaning that are men attracted to the woman in her 20s, 30s, or 40s? Oh, okay. No, I see what you're going now. I got the question. Never mind. That is a question for y'all, not for us. We know the answer. Let's start with you. So, do you think a woman is more attractive in her 20s, 30s, or 40s?
I would like to think 30s. I'm like in my 30s, but I would like to think that me in my 30s is more attractive than me in my 20s.
Now, let me reframe the question. Do you think that a woman is more attractive to a man in her 20s, 30s, or 40s?
20s.
Okay. What about you?
20.
20. What about you?
A man, I always go with the 40s.
You think a man is more attracted to a woman that's in their 40s?
I feel that this time, from experience, what I hear about how men think and what they want in a woman, and I just look at a lot of the women today and watch a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, I think a man would just give it up with that looking pretty stuff and just go with one woman that's older, more established, experience, have her shit together, you know, work and whatever, and can communicate, listen.
Did
Like
you?
that. I feel like an older woman is
What's
more
up?
willing to do that.
No, Papa John's. I ain't say
Yeah,
Domino's.
he never said Domino's.
Nah,
He said
bro. Papa John's, nigga, get
Open
the.
late.
It's open late, bro. Dan, didn't I say Papa John's?
He Papa John.
Papa
See,
John's.
Everybody
yeah,
heard
Steve,
Papa
you
John's.
ordering a pizza. Steve over here messing up. My stomach growling, man. Order
Yeah,
that Papa John's, homie. All right. So, in your past experience, so you just said that you think a man nowadays would be attracted to a woman in her 40s based off of because the woman is more experienced, she knows what she wants, she has her life together. So men wants those women that knows what she wants, and that's an experienced woman, right? So, based off of your past experience, when did you have more pull in a dating market? Meaning that for you as a 44-year-old woman, when did you have the highest ability to attract men? When you were in your 20s, your 30s, or your 40s?
So at what age did you attract men the most?
My 20s.
Well, then there you go.
But
Answer.
That's your answer.
I've attracted men, but not.
Of course. But we're talking
I've
about.
attracted, but as far as attention and stuff like that, like getting hit on and things like that, it's now in my 40s. I've never been like
No.
hit on
Well,
more than like in my early 20s than I do now in my 40s.
you do now. Well, that's the age of social media now. Niggas sliding your DMs early. You 44, so back when you was in your 20s,
I had to be protected.
Instagram and Facebook wasn't out there.
Phone shit.
You had to use the niggas had to page you.
It makes sense.
You had to go outside.
It makes sense. You're right. You're right. So sorry.
So
Yeah,
you're
it makes
probably experiencing more dudes hollering at you now because social media is out.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Okay.
I don't know though.
Now
Certain
that you
women
say
do
that,
get sexier with age though, and I do notice with like a lot of like, especially like Spanish women. Like,
confidence. I
some
think-
women like they just like get
you know-
sexier with age, but
We're talking about two men.
see,
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's 50-50 though, because sometimes
You asked
too.
our opinion as far as like, what do you think is more attractive, like in your 20s or 30s?
It's all like it all depends what the man
Currently-
wants too, though, because like a lot of men do like experience all of that. But then
You don't like
sometimes when I say to a
experience.
man that I'm 32, they're like they consider that old.
So you just
Yeah.
answered your own question. So
You say you don't like experience? Why you don't want a woman who knows how to cook? Who
oh,
knows how to
when I said
clean?
experience, I meant like sex wise. Cook, nah. I need you to know how to do that.
That's you can experiment and learn. It could be fun. It depends on the two people.
When I meant experience,
But-
but like too many dudes. That's what I meant. Like to be specific.
Okay, too many dudes. So you tell. I have a question for you guys. Okay, because a woman like knows what she wants, and that's what she wants to do, sleep, whatever, but does it respectfully or whatever. Like if like you tell a woman, you have value. And what I mean by value, you cook, you take care of me, you make me happy, you nurture me when I'm sad, you go above and beyond, you stop everything. When I'm down, you're there to help me, everything. You're valuable. You're wife material. You're everything under the sun. But it doesn't make you his. What could hold him back is because you're not together. You're not together, right? But you're this valuable woman to him, and he's considering, then you're dating, and this is something you talk and you see. That's fine.
Yeah.
But because he's not ready and you say you're looking for something more, I want to get married, I want to have, a life, but he's not ready. So you choose to, move on with your life physically with somebody. And now you're devalued and everything that he thought,
I knew this was
would you-
getting there. I got you. So you're pretty much saying that you with a man, y'all in a relationship,
see
and he never really wants to elevate you to commitment level. He don't want to truly make you wifey. You doing a wifey things, but he don't want to make you wifey. But then you go ahead and y'all split up or whatever, and then you go ahead and get your cheeks clapped by someone else. But then when you come back or whatever, he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want you now. You let someone else hit it."
Oh, well, that could be the issue that it says like, oh, I don't want, like, oh no, now it's more of a like, I'm not considering it now, but you're
Got it.
still here, you're still spending time.
So
I still
what-
take care, cook
what-
for you.
I
That's a
think-
good.
like-
That's a.
I think the only time you can see men doing that if like you are a woman material, wife material, and he doesn't keep you, maybe you are old.
Yeah, you old.
Oh no.
Yeah, well not. She's spitting. Hold up.
No Fugazee.
She's spitting. Now let's wind it and bring it all back, right? So the truth is that men are attracted to women mostly in their 20s, not their 30s or their 40s. The more experience a woman goes through, it's like this, right? A man wants peace. A way that a man gets peace from a woman is a woman that been through less. A woman that been through more, it's a higher probability that she can't
I
give peace.
disagree.
Let me finish. The reason why the woman that been through more can't give peace is because it's harder for him to experience true peace is because she's been molded by the world, by society, by her ex-boyfriend, by her ex-husband, by her family and other people. She got too much trauma and too much baggage on her mind and on her soul. And actually, we can see it in women. We can see those women. We can see it in your eyes sometimes, just about how you look and how you carry yourself. Well, this woman been through a lot. Because a woman that hasn't been through a lot, they have this purity look and they have this innocent look to them. Even the way they speak innocence almost. It's like, what? I don't know. Tell me I don't know. I don't want a chick that, oh, I know. Shut up. I'm the leader. Fuga's a freak what you know. We look for a woman that's submissive and a woman that's going to follow our lead. So that's an inexperienced woman, right? And guess what? Younger woman would have a higher likelihood of being less experienced than a woman that's older. Also, men look for purity, right? So you talked about cooking. Well, I know how to cook. I'll take a chick that don't know how to cook rather than a chick that was cooking for other niggas, because I'll teach that chick how to cook. You feel what I'm saying? So I'd rather mold the girl myself than take a woman that's already molded. We don't want that. We want to be the superhero in the story. I don't want to be sharing a superhero story with another nigga that molded you. So what we truly look for is purity. So as far as then what she said, right? And you had a scenario. You said that, well, if I happen to be with a man and he's not committing to me, but then I go ahead and have sex with another man, but now he's looking at me as less value. Well, the only reason why he didn't commit to you, if you was doing everything and you was doing this and you didn't get that commitment, well, that's because of your age. You're too old. He don't want to commit to no old chick. Or it's because here's the other scenario. It kind of goes like this. Guys keep girls in sex zone. Girls keep guys in friend zone. So you got guys that's been trying to get your box for a minute, Amy. They like, oh yeah, baby, let me take you out, Amy. But you're like, no, Papi, no, Jose, I'm fine. You got a Jose in your inbox that probably been in your inbox for 5 years, but you never chill with him. But Jose doing everything for the cookie. You know what I'm saying? So girls keep guys in friend zone. But guys feel it. Like we experience the ramifications of friend zone loudly because we never get to see you, we never get to chill with you, and we don't get to smash. But the thing is, guys keep girls in a sex zone, and that's silently, right? It's silently because we'll keep hitting it, we'll keep taking you out and doing things, but we never elevate you and give you true commitment. So that's the thing. It could be maybe you just only qualify for sex, or it could be like, you know what? Maybe you're too old. So. Yeah, make sense of the angle we hitting it at. But you ordered that Papa John's? All right, man. Nigga hungry. Yeah, let's get to the chats real quick. So we got let's see here. What about a joint? Okay. AZ. Oh, we got Jonathan. Ballard sends in $20. My guy, big baller. He says, just call me JP. You always butcher my last name. My nigga, Ballard, JP. All right, JP, I got you. Appreciate the support, man. You are a member, too. You be in here, man. We got Deshaun R. sends him $5. This nigga spoke in Spanish. Oh. Read, hold up.
It's for her.
For me.
Somebody speaking Spanish to you?
Yeah, read that last chat out loud. And do it in Spanish and then translate it.
Okay. Eres hermosa, that means you're beautiful. Puede invitarte a salir, can I take you out? Let 44 read this.
He's talking about you.
Please.
Yeah, I got to talk about you.
Yeah.
You want to take you out? You want to give your Instagram?
No.
Nah, you want to give your Facebook?
Oh,
nah,
God.
you don't want to give? Yeah, she ain't with it. Okay, fair enough.
I have enough man issues. I need to take care of shit.
You don't want nobody else.
I really do. Yeah.
Then that's crazy. Even a 44-year-old woman can disqualify a nigga.
What?
Yo.
No, I'm just focused.
Okay,
I'm
fair
focused,
enough.
and someone does have my
Your attention.
but
Someone
it's
had. You got
just
your
not-
eye.
I have my options,
Got you. Fair enough.
but I have
believe
my
you.
options, but it's
believe it
just
too.
not because when you're at my age, you're more cautious.
For sure. And you see that, right? Now let's explain. You just said when you're at my age, I'm more cautious. When a man is dealing with a woman, the woman that's more cautious and stuff like that, that's more of a headache.
Not really necessarily.
I'll explain.
For the man.
Well,
because
for the man, I'll explain actually, right? So if I'm like talking to a chick, right? The chick is in her 20s. I'm like, meet me here, dress, wear this, we going out, dinner's there, come through. She's gonna be like, okay, cool, I'll be there. If I'm talking to you, you more cautious. Yo, meet me there, do this. Oh, there, where? Okay, well, what is there? Why do I have to wear this? Or
not
do
that
or can I bring my friend? Or, let me meet you first before we go there. Or let's meet in more of a public space.
it makes
So
sense.
it's more of a. So what I'm saying is, the older woman is more of a freaking headache. It's like, God dang, like you've been through so much more, so you have to have this masculine guard up. The woman that been through less, it's like she's more able to get on our program.
Surprisingly, I should be like that as much as what I've been through, like in life. I should be that way, but I'm really not because I'm really tired. I want to live free. I want to be happy.
Yeah.
The man even told me myself that that's one of the greatest qualities that I have, that I'm very submissive. And I really put my king in, like, I know how to take care of him in every way.
That's a great quality.
That's what I really pride myself first, number one, as a mother and, as a wife.
Okay. No, fair enough. No, those we not getting on you for those qualities. Those qualities is
Right.
is
But
good.
I'm really out there. I'm really
Yeah.
I really just free and not like, a typical 44. Like, let's try it. Or I'm more motivating. Like,
Yeah.
don't
And you
be,
came on a
"Oh,
you
had a
came on a
long
you came
day."
on a podcast. I'll sell because you comment on a comment that I put up anyway. But chat on Facebook, I put up a status. I said, hey, any ladies want to come on? We got a whole panel, and she commented. She said, hey, I'm down. And I said, I hit her up like, yo, she gave me her number. I hit her up. I'm like, you down to come on? Here's the address. Come through. She lived locally. She came right over. So, I mean, as far as that, yeah,
I said I could take constructive criticism,
Yeah.
and I'm a good listener, and I like to learn, and I'm, it's
Yeah, she came through. So, I mean, as far as that was cool. I'll give you kudos to that.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You
Can I
actually
say
was
I
a,
enjoy your
something about
show.
that?
I was watching your show.
Sure, go ahead.
So I think it is completely valid if you want a woman or anyone who wants a woman that says these other guys hurt her. These other guys made her feel like she can't be in her feminine. She has to bring her masculine out to protect herself from the world and the things that have happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
Makes complete sense.
Got it.
And I agree with that. You have every right to.
Right, I agree
Right?
with that too.
What's your
if you want
pushback?
that.
Go ahead.
My pushback is, can you imagine how frustrating, even though that makes sense, and this is the issue, not your personal choices, but to be a woman who understands that men are an actual danger to them in many ways, that women go through experiences all of the time where men are dangerous to them. There's a lot of dangerous men out there, both physically, emotionally, mentally. Like, a woman has to be able to discern, right, what kind of man is safe to lead her.
Right.
And if she's not having that figured out yet because she's naive and she's young and whatever, she's going to make poor decisions, she's going to get hurt in multiple different ways. And so then you're a woman who wants to be in her feminine, has no choice but to start bringing up masculine traits because she has to protect herself until she finds some sort of safety, and then gets chastised by men for being masculine when they're the ones who brought it out in the first place. Not all of them, obviously, but it's on men's behavior of not making the world such a safe place for women. That's
but
why
I mean, women are just as
so
dangerous too, though.
masculine.
We're speaking like that. What was the question though? Because we're saying like I feel like you're like, I don't know.
I got what you're
chastising
saying.
against men.
So
Yeah,
here's the truth, right? Here's what it is. One, women watch too much Lifetime. Stop watching Lifetime. It's not true. Bad things really don't happen like that. The second thing, women are more susceptible to outside influences than men. So they're easily to be socially constructed. Their mind is more susceptible to being socially constructed, to believe in nonsense and to believe in things that are not true. The third thing is women live in their mind, like I said in the beginning of the podcast. So if you live in your mind and you're more susceptible to outside influences, you're more likely to believe that someone is going to do something bad to me. This can happen to me. I'm watching Lifetime all day. Oh, these is killers here, and these are rapists here, and this could happen. Truthfully, if you want truth, men provide the safety that you experience in this first world country today. Without men, you wouldn't experience this comfortability that you have. You can literally, it's statistics on it. When a woman walks outside by her, women are more likely to walk outside and be safe and nothing would happen than men are. When a man is walking outside, say in New York,
You're
statistically,
way off my point.
I got it. Statistics shows that men experience more crimes, like direct crimes, meaning like robberies and being beat up and stuff like that, than women do. Women are the protected class. Women are the protected gender by other men. And so we literally built this society to protect women. If we didn't have women, I got you real quick. If we didn't have women, we wouldn't even, niggas would be like, all right, we probably wouldn't even have a building structure like this. Maybe to protect ourselves from other men too, but it's like, do we really need a soft pillow? Niggas really don't care about that. We probably sleep on the floor. So we create these comfortabilities for women. The dishwasher was created for women. We didn't give a freak. The pill, birth control, was created for women. You getting your period. It does help to get your period on track.
Hold on.
To a multitude of things. I got you, Ease. I'm going to let you rock after this. So in a multitude of things, men create the comfortability that women experience in this world. So you talking about, oh, it's just unsafe. No, it's not unsafe. She could tell you firsthand. You came to America, to a first world country. Give me 2 reasons why you came here.
Because I want better life for myself.
God dang, because you want a better life for herself, because men built this country with the help of slavery too, but that was still men. We was out there building everything for this world. I mean, for this country. So yeah, anyways, go ahead, East.
Yeah, but no, there are some trashy men out there. You know what I'm saying? There are some men that, mistreat women, abuse them, et cetera, et cetera, et
I don't
cetera.
just mean physical abuse.
Hold on, just let me
Emotional
finish.
abuse is in your head. Can you actually, here's the thing real quick, right? Because women like to say emotional abuse. How can you even measure emotional abuse? Tell me a way where we can measure emotional abuse and then we can speak about it. No one can measure it because it's all in your head. It's subjective. So therefore, when you saying that, women would claim emotional abuse when a dude say, hey girl, you can't go to the club. Oh, that's emotional abuse. He's controlling. You can't measure it. That's a lie. So emotional abuse is nonsense to bring it up because we can't measure it.
But was your question?
I want listen to what he has to hear before I respond to any of that.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of ancient men out there. That's no secret. You know what I'm saying? There are men that are bad shit, that are abuse women, but you know what I mean. But there's also a lot of great men out there. But this is where accountability has to come in, where women have to really take their time. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40. As soon as you're old enough to date, women automatically should take their time to get to know men, because a lot of women don't. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying it's your fault that you got attacked. No, it's not 100% your fault, because one, you probably were naive, but at the same time, women are smart enough, since you guys are mature faster than men. You guys are smart enough to know, okay, I gotta be careful because men
and also
can be like this.
Piggyback on that point real quick. Everyone has a responsibility has to take for accountability. We're all sentient beings. So that means that, and we are human beings of agency. So what that means. It means that you have responsibility, and with responsibility, you must have authority. And since you must have authority, that means that you must take accountability. So no matter what the circumstances are, even if bad things happen, there is a degree of accountability that one must take.
Yes. And to heal that and to work through that. So the type of non-safety that I'm talking about, because I'm not saying necessarily emotional abuse or whatever. I'm talking about non-safety, because for a woman to fall into her feminine, she has to feel safe. When she doesn't feel safe, she feels like she needs to protect herself. That's the masculine coming out. Protect. Usually the first man that ever hurts a woman
is her dad.
Yes. That's what I'm getting at, is that it's not just an extreme scenario of someone going to beat you and rape you when you walk to your car. It's the fact that from the time that women are born, so many of their fathers, the first man in their life, was not there to protect them. And so women, even at 20 years old, can still very easily be unlearning the fact that men are unsafe.
I get your drift now. I get your drift. You are saying that
if you let me talk a little bit, you would have gotten that
I got
sooner.
your drift. Yeah, I got your drift. So you're pretty much saying that you want men to be more empathetic to women's situations and women's experiences. I get that.
Or come down on other men of what they're doing to keep their
I got
side
you.
of the
And that
street
is happening
clean.
because when men do harm women,
There's consequences for that. They go to jail. Like
You know what I'm
they
saying?
get the worst sentences when you do something to a woman. Like you got to
Yeah.
think about it. Even if a man doesn't do something to a woman, if the woman just claims that you could ruin my reputation today,
Right.
you could be on this podcast and make up a lie how that other
Matter of
chick
fact,
did
perfect
on the
example,
podcast.
I was falsely accused of sexual harassment. Girl that I don't even see. You know what I mean? I never, not even into her, not even attracted to her.
Well, that's
Said-
complete weakness.
You know what I mean? Said
Yeah,
that
that's-
said that I,
that's
It was done
wickedness.
on purpose. Was
you know
spite.
what I'm saying? So women
was done
are
malicious.
So women are protected because
You're
once
the
that
protected
claim
class.
was made, this was at work. HR. I'm in the office. They're questioning me. They're looking at cameras. Without saying it, they automatically believe that I didn't touch the damn girl. I didn't talk to the damn girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
and what we're pretty much saying that I get your drift. You're saying that men should be a little bit more empathetic, to women's situations. Now, fair enough. We got that. We could be more empathetic.
Yeah.
And this is why I always say that men are more empathetic than women, because there are a lot of men that take the woman that's 44 years old, that take the single mom, that take the woman that had emotional
How does that make
trauma.
them more empathetic? Women do the
reason
same
why
stuff.
the reason why I'm saying that the men is more empathetic because they're dealing with baggage and a woman that experienced so much trauma and she's draining all that trauma on the man. But on the flip side, women aren't
What if she
empathetic.
does?
So
That's not
here's a
true,
scenario
because
for
he
you,
was
right?
just
She
saying
doesn't. You
earlier
can have all
about
this
women
back.
who, because they're so empathetic, a man will be abusing her and she will still be thinking about his feelings. That's not true. Because there's plenty of women like that.
Well,
They're in bad situations.
that's a scenario where I would say that the woman isn't being empathetic to the man. Then the woman is being a dummy if she's being abused. That's not being empathetic. So listen, make it clear and concise. It's funny how you ask these questions because you're looking for a man to be more empathetic to a woman. Now, guess what? If I ask you a question, why don't y'all women date broke bums and guys that's shorter than y'all?
I do.
Where are they? You break up with them. You leave them.
Okay.
Okay, so here's
Because
the
I'm
thing.
not married
Why aren't you
forever?
empathetic to those guys?
But I also broke up with ones who were not broke and were tall.
Got
that
you,
doesn't
right?
mean anything.
Well, he doesn't have
It's
the
more
motivation.
complicated than
He
that.
doesn't have the motivation and the drive to really go out there and to protect and provide for you as you want. He's more of the 50-50 type of guy. You don't want those guys, so you're not empathetic to the man's experience. But I agree, you shouldn't be empathetic to those guys. You shouldn't be empathetic to the losers. And what I'm saying is, men, we shouldn't be empathetic to women that are losers, women that experience so much trauma, women that been through all these dicks, women that just have multiple kids and doing stuff.
That's why that saying comes from "Don't save her." They always tell that to guys because men are empathetic. We see a woman that's been through a lot, whether she was beaten or she's a single mom or she has a lot of baggage. That's where that saying comes from. Men, don't save these girls. I mean, because there's a lot of guys that want to take care of women. That's our natural instinct. Take care of them.
Don't
be
save her. She
But
don't
I
want to
think
be
you
saved.
guys are confusing empathy with
What makes you think I
behavior.
don't want to be saved?
There's a big difference between I can relate to someone, I see where
Well,
they're
obviously,
coming
men
from.
can relate, but like
I
we
feel bad.
empathize, like we feel
Like
bad. We can't.
empathy-
I can't. Like I can't relate. I can't. I'm a man.
But I mean, like, empathize doesn't like relate, like you understand their feelings, right? But there's a difference between empathizing and then behavior. You like, just like you can see and feel bad for someone and
Wait,
be
but
like,
what were you
"Aw,
originally
man."
saying? You were saying that women can't step into their feminine because of how men, like, what were you originally
It
saying?
makes it harder for a woman to step into her feminine when men make them feel unsafe. And then I went back to it as an example of like dads. They're
Now you're putting that
supposed
on
to
all
be there
men
for
because
you.
all men didn't make you feel
Yeah,
unsafe.
no.
This is that the men that you dated made you feel unsafe. So now you're making all men.
And let's
No,
and
No,
let's-
no,
that.
no, no, no.
And let's
no,
think
no,
about
no,
it.
Because there
not
are, yes,
all
are there
men.
bad men? Of course, but there
And
are
I
also a
think,
lot
like,
of
I
great
don't know, for
men
me, men
also.
makes me
And
feel
ladies and
definitely-
gents,
Here's a
ladies and
prime
gents, one
example.
mic at a
Here's a
time.
prime example.
Go ahead,
real
yeah,
quick.
one mic at a time.
If you tell a woman she got daddy issues, right?
Mhm.
You're using that to insult her.
It could be a fact. It
It
may
could be a
not be an
fact.
assault.
It's a fact,
It's a-
but you use it as a derogatory to her,
Well, if it's a fact,
not her father.
if it's a fact, then it's not.
Yeah, then it's a
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's not derogatory. It's not an
It's
insult.
derogatory when you know
if
that
you
it
say
hurts
if you
her.
say I'm short, it's not derogatory. I am short. You hear what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying is, but you can use "I'm short" in a derogatory way.
Okay, yes,
That's
you can.
what
That
I'm
is true.
talking
Yes,
about.
you can.
When it's purposefully used in a derogatory way. And it's interesting how with society, they will use that derogatory term towards the woman.
Yes,
not
if she's
her
acting a certain way.
father.
If she's-
Yeah, so
who
listen
dished
real
out.
quick. Like this conversation is getting nowhere. I get what you're saying. Here's what it is, right?
I have a
This to be
question.
truthfully, you could ask your question in a 2nd You want men to care about the why she went through this, and why she's like
No,
why
they
she's
don't have to
hardened.
care about
not
the
care.
why.
But this is the conversation you're talking about. You're talking about the why she's hardened, and why she's experienced, why she's so, not controlling, but why she's such just non-compliant woman, right? Or why she got so much baggage and so much trauma. You want the man to care about the why. It's funny, but y'all don't want to care about the men's why when he's broken and inadequate. It could be a reason to why he's broken and inadequate. Maybe he grew up in the projects and was born on Section 8. Maybe he didn't have a father in his life, right? Maybe he only has his mom. You don't care about a man's why. You just disqualify those men. And guess what? Men operate the same thing.
Well,
Listen,
maybe not for
got
you.
real quick. Listen to it. Clean and concise. Everybody shut up. You talking about the man, you talking about the woman's why, right? We saying that freak your why. We don't care about your why, just like you don't care about a broke, inadequate nigga's why. That's what we're saying, right? That's it. Like, end the conversation. Let's move on to the next topic. We not gonna care about your why when she a hoe and was promiscuous and got all this trauma from another nigga, and y'all not gonna care about our why when we broke in the bum. So let's move on. We got Beaten Cheeks sends $100. $100. Big baller alert.
No Fugazi.
Big baller alert, bro. Yo, appreciate the support, man. I'm not sure who you are, but you sending them big bucks. Maybe you want to become a member, man. Click the link in the description, become a member. You get certain type of accesses and privileges. But let me go ahead and read your chat. You said, keep these women in check, man. Great content. No man that has established himself in society to provide wants a 30-plus-year-old woman. Come on, ladies. Listen to these men. That is a fact. That is a fact. We got AZ. Here's a question. We got AZ sends in $2. Ladies, who has... Okay, this is good. Let's start with you. So who has it harder? Who has a harder life, men or women?
Men.
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 And why? I'm gonna give a why. Think about it a little bit. Why we got it harder?
Because in my culture, men always the top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, in your culture, men is always on top. So if they on top, they had to work to get on top.
Yes.
More
Spitting.
responsibilities.
Spitting. What about you?
So many reasons. Just even the standard that man has to be at, And like you were saying, our man's like to provide, and we create life and all that, but like man's life force, I believe, is a lot more powerful.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think
So
that's
you're
hard.
pretty much saying like men got to go out there to compete.
Yeah, and what
With
is it, like
other men
man
to
could
be on
produce,
top.
I think, like 80 billion lives or something, and like we could produce 1 in 9 months. Like it's probably more, I don't know, but I think it would probably be more exhausting to be man.
Okay, probably be a little bit more exhausting to be a man. Fair enough. What about you?
I don't think there's such thing.
Okay.
It's too subjective. Of course, men will tend to, like anybody thinks their problems are the hardest. And I think that men and women's problems just come in a different flavor because of one being a man and one being a woman. But I would say that they are equally as hard. They just come in different flavors.
Okay.
Oh,
That's how you
Touche.
handle it.
okay, but hold up. I need a you know me, you gotta choose one. We're not gonna let you run away.
No.
I
because
truly
I cannot choose one. I literally do not believe. I think that is a stupid ass question that shows an ignorant line of
Do you
thinking.
believe in gender?
gender roles.
Like, yeah, just like in general, like that's like the. new
Do you
thing.
believe in two genders
I
or
will
multiple
always
genders?
choose one.
Oh my god.
Well, let's
What? Just off your thing, I'm like assuming.
yeah.
I'm making
Wait.
assumptions.
Hey, yeah. Amanda, do you believe in two genders or multiple genders?
Or
Like
not
more
at
than
all.
two.
Do I personally believe in more than
personally.
two? No.
Okay, fair enough. Got it.
Why, since you been break up with your man, why you never find any man say you will engage him? Why you never do that?
Why haven't I gotten engaged since I broke up with my man?
Yes. I know
It's a good
you don't
question.
You don't understand that question, right?
So she's saying that. Remember in the beginning of the podcast, I asked you, "Are you single?" You said, "Yeah," and then you said you've been single for like a few months. I'm saying, or something like that. Now she's asking you, since you've been single, why haven't you found another man to like marry you? Right?
No,
Or-
like, she said she cannot choose one person,
Yeah.
right? Between man and woman, right?
Who's harder?
Yes.
What's harder? Who's
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
said
see
that,
what
right?
you're getting at. Okay. Go ahead. Say it again. I see your angle.
Because all the time since we was born, if you are getting married, only men can engage woman. Woman can never engage men.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, right?
Okay.
Okay, why you say you can never choose one person?
No. That I can't choose one person.
I got it. I understand it now. You don't understand? I understand it. So the question is, choose one. Who has a harder life, a man or a woman? A man or a woman? Now she's saying that. Well, why? And correct me if I'm wrong. Why can't you choose one if your own experiences in life is like you've been breaking up with guys and stuff like that? But you broke up with most of the guys. They didn't break up with you. Right? So that's what she's incorporating into it. So who has it harder? You're breaking up with all the guys. They're not breaking up with you. So it's like, well, choose
you know
one.
why I broke up with all of those guys? I've actually, except for my first boyfriend in 8th grade, I have never been broken up with. And that made me ask a lot of questions about myself. At first, I thought maybe I was avoidant. Like maybe I'll break up with them first because I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
But what I came to find is that I was so good at meeting other people's needs and putting their needs above my own and serving them that of course I didn't want to break up. But then when I wasn't getting my needs met,
I don't have to say that.
and so it's like you can say getting broken up with is harder in your example, but devoting yourself so much to somebody where you're working so hard to meet all of their needs and give them a good life for
And
them.
they're not giving you nothing
to not
back.
give you the things back that make you, that fill
You're
your
saying that
cup.
that's hard
Which
too.
one is harder? That's why I said there's no one or the other. They come in different flavors.
Okay, y'all got
Life
something
is
over here?
hard.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because
She said she's fascinated.
I'm fasting because this is fast more time. I cannot say something to the medium. Okay, let me try.
Wait. You said you what? You're fasting?
Fascinated. She's
Oh, she's fascinated by
idea.
this.
She's fascinated
By
about
this
the idea
idea.
of gender and
Okay, go ahead. Good.
Like a woman can never pregnant man. You know that.
Yes.
Okay, why you say you cannot choose one person? Man is always the top. Woman will always be the down.
You see,
Oh, she's spitting.
She said.
She's spitting.
But
Hold
the
up.
question was,
No.
what man has it? The women or the men have it hard?
No.
like
This what she's
harder?
saying. She
Are
got
you
it. She broke it
sure?
down perfectly and concise. Now she said, real easy. Men are always on top. Women are always below. And then she answered her first when I asked her the question. She said, well, men have it harder because they have to be on top. So to be on top is a harder job.
Then
women
being
don't
below?
women don't need to be on women don't need to
As
be on
above,
top,
so
so it's an
below.
easier job. So she's saying, why can't you pick an answer based off of that.
But how do you know
Because
if it's easy if you're
being
not a
on
woman?
top is hard and being on bottom is hard. And just like I said from the start, they're different
being on
flavors.
No,
bottom
but
is
now
hard.
she's saying that. But then she also saying that
Yeah,
like.
because you're playing the supportive role, and a lot of work.
but
goes
I'll
into
argue
that.
this. I'll argue this point.
easy to be
Women
supportive.
want to be at the bottom.
It's easy to be supportive.
Yeah. Listen real quick. I'll argue this. Women want to be at the bottom and men want to be at the top. You want the man to lead you, so therefore you want to be under him. You want to be led. So if the man is leading you and you want a man to lead you as well, wouldn't you say he has a harder task because you're just following his lead? Africa's spitting over here. She don't got the English language so much, but she definitely understands. She understands. What would you say about that? Because she said it's fascinating.
You
It's like,
really
well, how
think
can't you?
like it's that easy to take care of kids and nurture a whole family?
Okay, do you really
Like you're
think it's
being
that easy?
led.
So look, let me ask you a question. You're taking care of a family and a house that the man provided for you that he had to compete with other human beings and out-compete them to get the home
And
to
pay
provide
for it.
for you.
And it's not
You
easy
get
to
what I'm
make
saying?
money
Hit the
either.
woman.
Yeah, like the man has to compete with the world. You just got to be at home and take care of the kids.
Yeah, that's not comparable. I'm sorry.
Then
I'm
why
not
don't
saying
women
taking care
get
of
picked
kids
so
aren't
easily?
isn't.
Like, why is it? Why are there so many unmarried women? If it's just so easy,
Well,
to
because
find
of you, because
somebody?
you break up women. It's already statistics out. Women divorce men more than men divorce women,
Really?
and also women break up with men. Wait, guys, when we get a girl, like, why you think that all men, every guy you've ever been with and ever slept with, they always said, "Yeah, this my pussy," right? The reason why they say that, all men have it in their vocabulary. The reason why we say that is because we truly be thinking and want that pussy to be ours forever. Even if we don't like the girl no more, we still want that to be ours forever. We want to continue to hit it forever. We don't want to give that point up to another man. So we ain't trying to lead. We not trying to break up any situation with a woman because we look at the vagina as ours. That's my toto. That's no one else's, mamacita. So, but the woman, you don't look at it like that. Women aren't really loyal. You just look for a better option. Like if you live in your head, if you prioritize emotions. So if things aren't going right based off how you view it, it's like, I'm going to move on and get another guy. Now, granted, that could be a good decision if that dude was inadequate and couldn't lead you. Okay, maybe you can, but you're going to keep doing that? Like, that's what we call, like being insane is when you keep doing the same thing
Over
expecting
and over again,
a
expecting
different result.
Yeah.
So that means that you got to learn from your past experience. Why did you let this dude clap your cheeks but he didn't give you a relationship? Or why did you get a relationship from this man that's inadequate but the other guy was inadequate too? So you keep going for the same type of guys? Well, then you got to look at it, well, maybe that's all the men that you can attract, right? So then you got to really reflect and look at yourself. If you're only attracting these inadequate men, well, maybe I have to work on the internal so I can, and the internal and the external, so I can attract more of a higher tier man that
Yeah,
can
it totally
provide me
works
those
with
things.
That
So,
part.
anyways, I think we on to you. She can't choose. It's totally fine. It's okay, Amanda. But what about you? Who has a harder life, men or women?
I agree with the man. The man has
And why?
because of what we spoke about with being a leader, allowing your man, if you're that submissive woman and everything, he's gonna have a lot more on his plate than
Yeah.
you do.
Okay.
That's just a fact.
Cool. Good.
If you're submissive.
Good stuff, ladies. Ladies and gents, everybody in the chat right now, we about to do last thoughts. If you got any super chats or any questions you want to ask the ladies, send them in now because we about to wind it down. If you don't have any question, if you do have a question, send it in now so we can get to it. If not, we're gonna be wrapping up because we're gonna get to the ladies' questions for them to ask anything. So here's the part of the podcast where we do last thoughts and questions. So if you don't have any questions or any topics you want to bring up, give me your last thoughts on how you like the podcast. If you do have a question, we're going to go around the panel and we're going to continue it.
I have a question for her.
Question, go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, like the way she's looking now, like you say you're in your 40 something, right?
Yeah, 44.
Okay, 44, right?
I'll be 45 this year.
Okay, you don't have to look for no relationship, the one who like 30 something or 35, 38. in a relationship, you have to get right now. The person have to be
I want somebody older.
yes.
Like, I'm kind of talking to two, like, but like the one's 47, and I rather try
50,
to go up.
47 to 48, all the way
47,
to
40,
50.
that's good. 40 to 50, that's good for
Yes.
me.
Because
Yeah.
I think you
But
can get your own peace in that kind of relationship before
I think so.
looking
But a
for
guy could be younger.
like somebody who's like young. I don't think it will be easy for you.
Oh, no,
Okay,
I've
so-
been there. I was with someone 10 and a half years younger than I was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with the masculine thing or whatever, and the intuitive, the big word you used, right? I'm tired. But I'm
Intuition?
try-
Okay.
Yeah. I've been there, done that. You know, he's, you know, not experienced because I was 35, he was 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
You was wearing the boxers.
I had 3 kids already. I've been married. I've everything. He had, you know, just this little family.
Yeah.
So I was more like quick to, you know, do things.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to be like, you know, I was very submissive to him and catered to him and everything. 'Cause that's how I like to be. But the minute I saw things like kind of like you don't look at him anymore the same as that king or anything like that. But that got to that point where I'm just like begging till I'm blue in the face. Like, this is an issue right now we're going through. Like I
Yeah.
you know, I communicate and
Here's some game, right? Because good question. So here's some game to you as well. Because I know you support the podcast, you be liking the podcast stuff. So I want to leave you with some game. So women tend to operate 2 ways. You're either going to prioritize one of them. You're either going to prioritize your feelings, or you're going to prioritize your hypergamous nature. Your hypergamous nature is you looking for a man that's doing as good or preferably better than yourself. And also your hypergamous nature is you're looking for a man that's doing better than your past men as well, right? So if you prioritize that, you're going to have a different experience because you won't be dating guys that's 10 years younger than you. You won't be dating guys that's inadequate and really can't take care of the bills and stuff like that. But most women live in their mind, like I said, feelings, right? So you prioritize feelings, meaning that a nigga that's 10 years younger than you can riz you up. Riz you up meaning being charismatic to make you feel the vibe. So you like, oh, Papian, take the cookie. It's yours. But then you get into then you actually, it hits you. It's only a short-term benefit. But then you look for a long-term benefit and you like, wait, why did I give my cookie to this nigga? He can't keep a job. He can't do this. He can't do that. And I'm saying that you would have seen that if you would have been being more prioritizing the right traits in a man. You're prioritizing the young boy traits in a man. You prioritizing the parts where you just want to feel good.
yeah.
You want to
At that time.
prioritize that
that time
could be.
yeah.
What a woman wants to do is prioritize not just the short-term benefits, but the long-term benefits. You want to prioritize both because I do believe that since a man needs to know his way around a woman, a man needs to be competent and accomplished, and he needs to accomplish some things and have a backbone about himself and have masculinity and assert that out there in the world, right? But he also needs to know women's nature. And if a man truly knows women's nature, we speak about it on a podcast all the time. Like, there's a multitude of ways where a guy can get a girl. He can get a girl by the way he looks. He can get a girl by his money, and he can get a girl by his if he got game. So it's looks is money, muscles, game, frame is what a man needs. He needs all of those things. So I think that a man should be the full package because that's, especially in today's society, that's how a man would get the best experience from his woman. But the thing is, there's not a lot of men like that, right? So since there's not a lot of men like that, it's up to the woman. You got to settle for something, right? You got to settle. Because the reality is those guys, they got options. And they not choosing no 44-year-old. They not choosing no 30-something-year-old girl that got kids. They not choosing those women. That's not going to be their main choice because they got options. I choose Katie. She's only 21. 2 niggas hit it. Totally fine. I'm not choosing Brittany. She let the football team hit it. She may even look better, but it's like, nah, I'm not going to go with that one. We want we look for inexperience. So what I'm saying is, here's some game to you. Don't live in your mind. right? And prioritize masculine traits in a man, because that's going to be masculine traits is for long-term relationships. The charisma is good. I know you want to feel it, but that's for short term. For you being your age, it's going to be hard to find that in all those traits that I just mentioned. It's going to be hard to find that in one man. So you will have to settle in something. And I'll tell you one thing not to settle in. I'll tell you one thing to settle in. Settle on the charisma. Settle on the charisma, because you do want longevity. You're 44. You want to die old with someone, right? Like, you'll learn to follow the man's lead. You'll learn to laugh at some of his jokes sooner or later. Like, you may be a little corny, but you'll learn to laugh at the jokes. But you want the nigga with the big dick energy. You're not gonna, the big dick energy, giving big dick energy to everybody else too. And he can't keep a job. So freak the nigga with the big dick energy. Take the dude that can keep a job and protect and provide you and your kids.
Yes.
You got to take a L some way. We all got to take a L some way. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense or not? Nah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It makes sense. You good? Any other questions? Okay. Last thoughts. How'd you like the podcast? You liked it? Welcome back.
Yes.
Man, so Musa came back, you know what I mean? From the motherland, bringing it the no Fugazi way. I appreciate you. Definitely have you back again.
Inshallah.
What'd you say?
Inshallah.
Say that one more time.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. What that mean?
Yeah, it's like by grace of Allah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a Muslim saying. Inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
By
that.
God grace. You say you will bring me back again, right? I say yes, by God grace.
By God grace.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That's
Okay.
dope. I like that. Inshallah. I like that. Moving on to you. Any questions?
Yeah,
Ask it.
for you, what was your parents' relationship like growing up? Like, did you grow up seeing a healthy relationship?
Nah. My father, my parents broke up when I was 5 years old.
Okay,
So
so
I
you
see
didn't
it.
see like.
No, I see no healthy relationship. A man experiences things differently. So I'll tell you, right? So a man gains experience. Like I said, he has to go out there and get his experience. And there's many men. So how you asked that question for a reason, right? Because normally, I'll say this. Men and women experience trauma differently. When a man experiences trauma and overcomes trauma, he becomes a masculine man. A masculine man is more valuable to a woman, right? And more valuable to society. When a woman experiences trauma, the only way she can overcome it is by taking on more masculine traits. So she becomes a more damaged woman for her future man. That's just the facts of it. Because the only way you can overcome trauma, you have to take on masculine traits. You got to be a little bit more non-agreeable. You got to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more dominant. And inherently, men just view those traits in society. Human beings, we view that as masculine, right? So if a woman that didn't wasn't raised in a nuclear family with both of her parents and she experienced some trauma, it's like, she gonna be a little bit more hardened. Yeah, but the more things,
deserving of a good man.
it's not saying that she's not deserving of a good man. It's just what man is gonna.
She's already learned. She's domesticated. She's trauma.
She's been traumatic on her own, and just everything under the sun. That's worse.
I'm not saying that she doesn't
he's
deserve.
saying that. I'm saying because you had said, that a man would choose a woman that doesn't have all that, and what if I do, but you find me to be this way, like, but I'm not good enough, you know what I'm saying? Because of my past and things like that, but I'm different with you,
I mean, if you're different with me, then that's a little bit differently. If a woman went through some experiences and she has the ability to not drain all her baggage and her trauma on that man, I've never seen it. And you even admitted it recently when you said that an older woman like me, I have to be a little bit more cautious. Well, god dang. This younger chick ain't gonna be that cautious and stuff like that. So it's like, what that's more stuff that I already gotta deal. That's more walls that you have up that I gotta break down because another nigga put you through some stuff that made you put them walls up.
No, I have to be cautious with certain decisions that I choose. But as far as a man, like if I choose my man, I don't have to be cautious with certain things because I can trust that he can do it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is it won't even get to that. Certain men would just disqualify you off the bat because we could kind of like just how you can. Here's some intuitive stuff since you want to speak about intuition. And I think that both men and women do have it this way. It's something about a woman. She could just smell and sniff out a man that's incongruent, a man that's indecisive, a man that's inadequate. Like, because women tend to like source and look for things. She could just smell it on him. Like he gives off like used car salesman vibes. Right? You can sometimes. And sometimes if you got enough game, you'll even give up the cookie because you prioritize our feelings. And there's on the flip side, men, we could just smell a promiscuous woman or a woman that experienced too much trauma. We could just, it's like, yeah, you hardened. Something happened in your life and it made you harden. And guess what? I don't want to take on all of that. Now, there's some men that would take on that is because, one, they're either don't have enough options. So it's like that's the best that they can get. Or they've been raised by a single mom and they seen that their mom had all this, was doing things on their own and experienced so much trauma. So they think that men tend to want a woman like their mom. So if they seen that the mom is out there, a single mom and a boss babe out there getting it on her own and been through some trauma, then they'll be socially constructed based off their mom view, their view of their mom, socially constructed to say, hey, what? I could handle that woman like that. She was like my mom. I want that challenge. Those men is just, they need to overcome that mind. And most men do kind of have that too if they were raised. I could even admit it myself. I had that state of mind because I was raised by a single mom. I had my brothers and stuff like that too, but I had that mindset like I see my mom, like she out there, getting it on her own. And I always was a dude that had options. I had mad options, but it was like at a time where it's like, man, I'll take a chick that, that's a little bit more ghetto, a little bit more this, a little bit more harder to handle because it's like it was viewed. But I seen in that girl, I seen in my mom. So our parents tend to instill certain traits in us that's like subconsciously traits in us that we start looking for the opposite sex. We start looking for those things in the opposite sex where it's like it's nonsense almost. So we need to overcome that too, men and women, right? But who question was? I think it was that was your question. That was a good question. Did I answer it in full or no? Because I think we went off on so many different things.
I had seen when you had invited me last time on the podcast, I had seen somebody had asked you one of that question, not the exact Curly Red actually. She had asked you. She had spoke to you saying like, who do you think you are in a sense, but like as a single man, I was wondering what your childhood was like.
Oh yeah, I mean well, most women tend to think that. So yeah, man, he has to go through experiences to become a man. I would say a man that experienced more rough things and overcame it, he's more of a man. Think about it, right? Let's just speak about a man's man. Let's just think about it. Which guy would have the ability to truly give you your baseline, which is protecting, providing, and security, right? A guy that had a coddled life and he grew up with a White House picket fence and a little white dog named Ricky, right? And everything was pretty much handed to him. Right? He didn't have to fight for anything. He wasn't bullied. He didn't go through anything. And he just had a handy life and he got a job because his family, had this company already and life is good. Yeah, he's a man. He could take care of you. Or, so he's like a trust fund baby. He had a coddled life. Or get with a man that no matter what situation arises, he can handle it because he was raised in the projects. Mm-hmm. He was raised around Bloods and Crips. He had to get it out the mud. He had to overcome all of these traumas. He was born in the hood where gunshots was flying off and he seen a dead body when he was 8. You know what I'm saying? That was my childhood. Right. So my grandfather died when I was 8 years old. I didn't even cry. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through so much stuff in my life and I've had to overcome it, and it made me a more masculine man. So when I get with a woman, I could truly lead that woman, and I can deal with her emotions. Because a man is a man when he can. Woman is going to be a woman. She's going to be emotional, right? But a man needs to have the ability for that woman. He needs to be the rock for that woman emotions to fall on him. You know what I'm saying? And deal with that. We're not trying to change y'all. That's the other thing I wanted to say. We're not trying to make women like men and make y'all be more logical. We know that when you answer a question one way, it's a high probability y'all all going to answer the question the same way because y'all kind of like hive-minded. It's okay. I'm not trying to change that at all. I'm not like these other podcasts that's picking on y'all and stuff like that. No, I want women to be women, but I do want y'all to get some of this ism and learn like to stop making the same dumb mistakes.
Right. So like you being raised as a single mom, like you want to spit game to women to like help.
Well,
You
not
think,
even.
or-
I mean, no, not even. I don't really give a freak about that. I mean, I do this podcast. This podcast is for men and women, but it truly, I
I feel
think
like it opens the eyes of a woman how a man thinks.
thinks. Yes. I think if women truly listen to this podcast, they can get a whole lot of game. But women are so in their feelings, so they see me talking and they're like, oh, they're triggered. I'm gonna dismiss everything he said, even though the things that I was saying was facts. And I think for the men on this podcast, it just confirms what they've already been experiencing.
Right.
That's why they send in the super chats and they supporting it because it's like, yo, I've been experiencing these hardships too with dating and relationships. No, I didn't understand it, but the way you broke it down, Cooley, that's why she treated me this way because like I gotta really, work on my masculinity, work on my frame. I gotta get in the gym. I can't be masturbating watching Dragon Ball Z all day. I love Dragon Ball Z, right? But nigga, don't be watching it. Go on Indeed and apply for a job. Men need to actually get out there and accomplish things, and women need to preserve their value, right? So that's why I do the podcast. But good question. How'd you like the podcast? Would you come back?
Yeah, definitely. I like
Come
it.
back. All right, word. It was cool. Thanks for coming on. Amanda, I know you got something. What you got?
Oh, head
Take it home. She said,
for real.
she said, man,
Compared
listening
other
to you.
podcasts I've seen, I think this is fairly nice.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Any questions though, Amanda?
It was definitely better than the last time.
Word.
You will say a lot at once where it's like you can't even come back on things because you go off for like 10 minutes and it's like, you know what? I forgot what you were even saying in the beginning by this point because you just went several different directions. Your friend was about to lose his mind. You wouldn't let him talk either. Like
It wasn't. No. He's the co-host. He wasn't. And he left because he got work in the morning. He always leave around 12.
I don't think he left because of that, but he was on the edge of his seat.
No, he was on the edge of his. No, he was on a. He was. This is what we do. He was on the edge of his seat because what y'all was saying, not what I was saying. He was on the edge of his seat. What y'all was saying, like, what the freak is going on? Y'all saying anything? How can't y'all understand this?
No, he wanted to talk. He
But
wanted
even-
to say
no,
his perspective.
Yeah,
of it,
and
it seemed like.
yeah, he got it out as well. But this is my podcast. When things go off on a tangent, sometimes like we was on the topic for mad long, right? And if that topic is not getting nowhere, I had to make it quick and concise. Like, okay, you're just talking about the why. We know you talking about the why. Okay. That we got that why, we understand it, but guess what? Men don't care about the why. Just like you don't care about a man's why when he's broken a bum. That was that big old long topic where we kept going back and forth, back and back, but no one wasn't understanding one another. But then it clicked to me to just be like, oh, this is it. Now let's move on. So yeah, that's the flow of the podcast. He understands that. Trust me, men ain't emotional. That's my dog. But I can see how you could view it that way because you're a woman, so you're looking more into it like an emotional standpoint. But niggas don't think like that. Niggas ain't thinking all Philly like that. But any questions?
No.
Okay, cool. And also, men naturally understand the hierarchy. I'll say this for the last thing. Like, he understands. All men understand, even if he got his own little thing going on. When I go to his little business or whatever things he got going on, there's a hierarchy to it. He understands this more than I understand it. So I'm going to listen. I'm going to get that ism. I'm going to get that game. I'm going to let you do your
I
thing.
didn't mean like he didn't understand.
I know. And
at
this
all.
same...
I didn't want to imply he felt any type of way like that.
Yeah,
like
and
hard
that's...
feelings type
and
of way.
I get what you... But it was implied, and that's the thing where women tend to project their view onto other people. How you view it, you tend to project that. Because
But
that's
then-
what... We
no.
don't do that.
You
we ain't do
said
it once.
earlier, I said,
Why would I do that?
women, you've been doing it a lot.
I project a man's view on a woman?
You project your personal view, not a man's view.
Nah. I'm projecting the truth.
Of course, you
What
think that
truth?
that is what projection is.
Okay.
That's kind of like
Go ahead. No,
for instance, what
yeah, go
you
ahead.
said how you had a rough life.
Mm-hmm.
You went through this, you saw this, you saw that. Vice versa for me, if not 10 times probably worse than you. Why am I because of the life I live and what I was forced to do or whatever it is, it makes me not pure. That I am like, looked at differently, or not even looked at, just, I guess, I don't know, I feel kind of punished.
Because we look for, attraction isn't symmetrical. What you are attracted to in a man, the man is attracted to back in you. So you're attracted to certain things, and just so happens to be, is based off of our biology, that you're attracted to a masculine, accomplished, dominant, assertive man. That just so happens to be that. That's how God made you. So that means that you're not going to judge a man based off his past if he overcame things. You're not going to judge him off that.
No.
But it's in our biology to look for a woman without a past, a more purified woman. So I get your argument, and my rebuttal, just a question. Well,
yeah.
I'm saying argument, but it's a question. I get your stance, and all I'm saying is it's a biology thing. This is why I do this podcast, is because is to talk about the differences of male and female intersexual dynamics. And it comes from a biological standpoint. Our biologies is just different. So that's what I would say. So when we speak about the man's why, on why he's soft and inadequate and short and all of these things, you don't give a freak about that why. He's like, I don't care why, I'm just not going to choose him, right? Just not going to choose that man. They're in your DMs. They're going to be in your DMs after this, right? You're not going to choose them. And we don't care about the woman's why. She posting thirst traps, she got her OnlyFans, she's looking promiscuous, or she come with a whole lot of baggage. We may still smash, but we're not going to wife you up. So we don't really care about your why. And the reason why we're not wifing you up is because of your why. It's like, I'm not here. I don't want to deal with that. So that's the reason. So from a biological standpoint, men disqualify women and women disqualify men based off of their inadequacies. But the inadequacies is just different because attraction isn't symmetrical.
Women who don't. I mean, men who don't.
Men who don't
like
what?
Men who will try to marry a stripper.
Oh, well, I mean, I know a lot of guys. I'll just say this. I've said it on the podcast many of times. Competence leads to accomplishments. And competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And when you have that true, genuine confidence, you got options. And when you got options, you have an abundance mindset. And when you have an abundance mindset, you have the ability to be intolerant of females' inadequacies. Men have to work for that. Women are born with it. So this is why women would just disqualify men, because they already have options in an abundance mindset, right? So they'll disqualify these little betas. But men won't always disqualify those hookers, those strippers, those OnlyFans girls, those girls with a whole lot of kids and baggage, because they don't have that true, genuine confidence, which then gave them options and an abundance mindset. So if they don't have options, then it's like, I'll take this because that's kind of all I can get. I'll settle for that.
No Fugazi.
That was a good one right there.
That's simple. That's the easiest way to explain it, because men have to create their value.
So you're saying there's no man that actually wants that.
There's no man. There's no man that truly genuine wants it. No man, especially when he accomplished something, when he has options and an abundance mindset. But now there's some men that still, there's no man would want it, but we do know rich guys that would date a chick that's maybe on OnlyFans.
Was like coming to mind.
So those, I know you was getting to that, like an Adam 22. Like he dates Lena the Plug. He married the woman that's having sex with other men and stuff like that. You know, those men. Those men is beta in the mind, right? They're beta in the mind, because he got many options, but he chose a woman that's going to be, you know, having sex with other men and stuff like that.
Because
he's in that. Go ahead. Oh no, I'm just saying that he's inadequate in the mind. He doesn't understand his value, is what I'm saying. Like he's a 1% man that can truly get a virgin if he wanted to, right? Why not get a virgin? Mm-hmm. Or we can give it the benefit of the doubt sometimes. We could say, okay, sometimes it's like a guy like him, maybe he's just a perverted individual and he likes, he's a cucks. Cucks is perverted. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know that people can be perverted, but I would say that anyone that's perverted, they're a broken individual. They're broken. So when you go too far left or too far right, you pervert it in some way and you become broken. So you may even be happy and satisfied with it, truthfully in your mind, because that's because you're indulging in your own perversion. So, yeah. But any questions for you, or you don't got none? You good?
No, I mean, that was it.
That was it. Okay. How'd you like the podcast? Oh yeah, you said you liked the podcast, or you gave your closing. Any other thing? Anything else you got? No? Okay, cool.
I love the podcast.
Love the podcast.
I do.
Put the mic a little closer to you.
Sorry. Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. I watch. It's interesting. I took a lot in, learned a lot of questions answered.
Word.
Different
you're easy to
mindset
listen
too.
to.
Thank you. I appreciate
Usually
that, ladies.
I turn off, and I didn't turn off at all. Like,
You didn't turn off. Okay.
I listened.
You
No,
listened.
like you
Fair
break
enough.
shit down, and there's like you throw in that analogy, and that's what I feel helps
Okay.
people to understand.
Yeah, without that mansplaining vibe, you could tell you were raised by a single mom. You don't have like that mansplaining, like.
You know what's the most
definitely
hilarious
easy to listen to.
term for mansplaining?
What?
Correctile dysfunction.
How did I not even see that on a meme?
Huh?
Man, I'm
something.
lost.
Did we miss
I don't
something?
know.
I don't know. I lost
think
it.
they're talking womanese right now.
Yeah, we are.
Damn, you good?
We are.
I think they're talking womanese right now. Who knows? But okay, I got y'all, ladies. Chat. This podcast was no Fugazi. We are going to be going live on Wednesday. Is going to be our next live stream. So just quick update. Wednesdays is going to be nice and smooth. It's going to be like two ladies, and we're going to do debates on Wednesdays. And then Fridays is going to be the full panels where it's 4+ girls on a panel. But Wednesdays normally 2 girls minimum, and then Fridays full panel of chicks up to 4 to 8 chicks, and yeah, that's what y'all can expect. Other than that, if you haven't liked this video, go ahead and like the video so it gets pushed in the algorithm. If you support this podcast, help it get pushed in the algorithm by clicking the like. Also, if you're not subscribed, don't be a ninja watcher. Actually subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to be a member and actually support this podcast on a month-to-month basis, we got different tiers and different perks that you can receive. So click the first link in the description to join the membership. The second link in the description is the Discord. Click that link so you're up to date on a new merch that drop and the glasses that drop. Man, I ain't put on my shades this whole podcast. I got a headache too. God dang. But anyways, we out. Peace.